Hello, everyone, and welcome to Small Screen Star Wars. As always, I'm Julian Musha. I'm joined by Rachel Wilkinson.
Hi.
And we're going to be talking about Andor, Season 2, Episodes 1 through 3. That is episodes titled 1 Year Later, Sagrona Tima, and Harvest.
Yeah.
Really stoked that the show is back. Not so stoked about this 3 episodes a week situation.
Which is funny for us to say because a lot of times we complain that the episodes are too short.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. It's true. But the thing is, Andor was never a problem for Andor.
That's
Those episodes
true.
were always 55 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is great. And it went on for 12 straight weeks, and we were all having a great time. I think it was like 10 weeks because I think they premiered 2 at the beginning.
Right, yeah.
But no, they're going to be like, we're just doing one hard 4 weeks.
Yeah, 4 movies.
4 movies in a row.
Yeah.
And I understand why they're doing it, I think, from a viewership perspective. Like, for the average Joe, it's exciting.
Yeah.
I guess it bumps their viewership numbers up. But
I think it's the way they're cutting it up, like, per year, too, right?
Yeah, but
because, like, each chunk is a year.
We could have, true. Yeah, no, sorry. Each chunk is a year apart. The sense I'm getting is that, like, these 3 episodes are taking place in one moment, and then the year apart.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe there'll be, like, jumps, 3-month jumps, whatever, between episodes in one of these 3-episode arcs. But,
yeah. I
mean, they do 3-episode arcs all the time in the animation world and stuff, and they do it week to week. So they make it work. I don't know. This is just a uniquely podcaster, YouTuber problem that
true.
Like the average person just does not care about.
Yeah.
And so I apologize in advance for that. That being said, we're not getting early screeners of this. So we are watching this at 8 p.m. It premieres on Tuesday nights. And now we're trying to talk about it the next day, like 24 hours later. That's difficult, right? That's watching a full movie. And it's not like watching a movie's hard, but like, you're up late, then you got to work because we also work full time.
Yeah.
And then we're getting to record. So all I'm saying is, this is a lot of work, but we're excited to do it because this is the best Star Wars.
I'm so excited.
I've come to the conclusion that it doesn't get better than this, and it may never.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you able to come to terms with that?
I think so. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily agree that it can't ever get better because I think they can always use this as
an example,
like in a base point to be like, okay, like make things more like Andor because
if Tony Gilroy can do it, anyone can do it.
Yeah, right.
That's
like
not
it's
true,
like they have the blueprints now on how to make something phenomenal. So, but you're so right. Like it's just everything, like down to like every little detail. The costuming, I was blown away.
I know, it's unreal.
Like, of course, it's whatever. It's the main thing is a Chandrillan.
So you're excited about the wedding dress? It took them 6 months to make that. Another reason why.
Yeah, I can see that.
Another reason why this show took so long to come out.
Do you know how long it take? Oh, sorry, to make a wedding dress? Fucking long time.
I don't know. I have no idea. What am I? Oh, what am I? A seamstress?
Long time. There's a lot that goes into. I was looking at that dress, being like, "That's fucking beautiful."
So, wait, is it a tailor and a seamstress? Is that the male and female version of that, or is it a tailorette and a seamster?
It would be a seamstress who makes a wedding dress, not a tailor.
But if a man makes a wedding dress, does that make them a tailor?
No, I don't think it's gender based.
It's still a seamstress.
I don't know.
A male wedding dressmaker.
I don't know.
Okay. I don't know how. Anyway, whatever.
I don't think there are many men out there who are actually sewing the dresses.
But they're designing it.
They might design them, but I don't think they sew them, which is like fair for a lot of probably.
So they're a designer.
Designers. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Fair enough. Okay. We don't need to get into the weeds in this. We have a lot to cover today. So here's the plan of action. We're going to briefly touch on what happened at Star Wars Celebration Japan last week. There were some big announcements, but not like super big announcements.
Definitely some stuff I'm excited for, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too. I mean, obviously, finally, I've been talking about this for like since Bad Batch Season 3 ended. What is the next animated
I'm so
series? And we know what that is. So we'll talk about that a little bit. Although it's not coming till next year or the year after.
I think 2026.
Okay. I heard 2027. I could be wrong. Then we are going to jump into these 3 episodes of Andor. Unlike how we've done this in the past, we're not going to do it scene by scene. It's just too many scenes.
It's too much.
We're going to do it based on storyline, and we've broken up to like 4 main ones that the show gave us, and that might change depending on how each week goes. And then in terms of scheduling, timing is not ideal necessarily. So the Jets are in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So the schedule is like a little loosey-goosey. We have a sense of like, we know when the games are going to be.
Right.
But we don't know if they're going to need to play all of them. They're up at 2-0 on St. Louis. So if they sweep them, then they'll play tomorrow night. And then I think Saturday night. So it may, and if they do sweep, then we're all clear for next week. So we're really just taking it on a week by week basis.
Blame that on Julian for being
prioritizing
incapable
sports
of PVRing a hockey game.
You can't watch a playoff game later.
Why?
That's crazy. Ask anybody.
I don't know.
Ask anybody.
Just don't read your phone. Just turn your phone off.
Okay. Well, I don't think I can do it. Anyway, we'll figure out a way to make this work as best as possible.
It's a big deal up here, though. Sorry.
Yeah.
We're Canadian. It's
actually, I have the whiteout towel behind me.
Yeah.
Hung up.
For those non-hockey sports fans that may listen to us, our team was the best in the entire league.
Yeah, they're the best.
Year. So we're hoping. We're hoping that maybe.
Why not us?
You never.
Why can't we win a Stanley Cup?
Why can't we?
This city would implode.
I feel like we would burn our own city to the ground.
You think either way, joy?
If we lose, it's going to happen. If
you think
we
it'd be a riot like Vancouver?
Probably.
Oh, I don't know.
Vancouver's was really bad.
Yeah, that one was really bad.
Really bad.
Looting and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah,
I don't think so. I think the lessons were learned from that.
I feel like it would definitely be like street poles being jumped on and like cop cars getting stomped on. I can see that happening.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, fuck the cops, but like, yeah,
you know, some arson, light arson.
I do have a problem with arson. We have a lot of things burned down here. Like more. I was talking. A friend of mine is a firefighter in the city, and he says that we have more fires here than like anywhere in North America. Just things are burning all the time.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Last winter around this time, well, I guess a couple months earlier, 2 houses a block over were like engulfed in flames.
Jesus, yeah.
And they're just piles of rubble now. There's a convenience store about a block away. It burned down. It's also a pile of rubble.
Yeah.
The city is trying to crack down on piles of rubble, but it's taking a while.
Yeah.
Anyway, again, we have lots to cover. So let's get into Star Wars Celebration. Here is what came out of Star Wars Celebration. Okay, wait.
What?
Social media.
Mm-hmm.
I have forsaken Twitter. We're not doing it anymore.
Nice.
I have kept the account up just so that no one steals our stuff. But I'm not using it anymore. Too many Nazis over there.
Yeah, it's bad.
And you know, I guess a word of caution as we get into this. You may, dear listener, viewer, be shocked by the comparisons we make between the events in the show and reality, especially in the United States.
Yeah.
And that is like, what do they say at the beginning of like that disclaimer at the beginning of South Park? It's like any similarities to real people is like purely coincidence.
Purely coincidental.
Yeah. It's just purely coincidence that, you know, that a country is descending into, an empire is descending into fascism.
Yeah.
Just a coincidence. But it is shockingly similar. And again, there's too much fascism on Twitter. We've gone over to this Blue Sky. So find us on Blue Sky, Tower of Babel podcast on Blue Sky. My preferred method. In fact, you can find me if you don't find my how does Mon Mothma say it? If you don't find my politics a little rich for your blood. You can find me on there as well, Julian Mush on Blue Sky. You find me there, and I'm there's a lot to talk about. So it's crazy. Every day is a new hell. So that's that. You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/TowerBabbleCast. And head over to the website, towerofbabblepodcast.ca, or sorry, towerofbabblepodcast.com or towerofbabble.ca. You find everything we do. The main show is on hiatus right now, which is fine because we have all of Andor to cover for a month. And then we'll be doing some fill-in shows as we will look to redesign, reconfigure the show. If you weren't been paying attention, you didn't listen to our Constantine episode that we put out last month. Jeremy's stepping back from the show. He's got a kid, and he's busy. So we're going to reconfigure the show. We're going to figure out how that works. We don't know yet. But we have some guests that will be able to join us and fill in the meantime as we figure that out. So please be patient. You can support the show at Patreon, patreon.com/Tower Babblecast. I paused Patreon some payments last month because we weren't putting out enough stuff and because we're reconfiguring the show. I am tempted to do it again, although this month we do have all of Andor, so maybe again next month. But either way, patreon.com/Tower Babblecast, so you get a bonus content. We do film clubs. I still intend to continue doing film clubs as a part of our bonus content offering. I've been really meaning to go back and revisit Crimson Tide. Have you ever seen Crimson Tide?
Probably, I don't know.
Gene Hackman movie with Denzel Washington, directed by the guy who directed Top Gun, Tony Scott.
I don't know.
It's maybe one of the coolest movies ever.
What is it about?
It's about submarines.
No,
actually, it's set on a submarine. It's about they get an order to launch a nuke, and they're not sure if they can trust the order. And then Gene Hackman's like, "We got to fire," and then Denzel Washington is like, "We can't trust the orders." And then there's like a whole mutiny situation. It's it's amazing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it would really be a great thing to watch after Andor. To be honest.
Okay.
Although we're going to be watching Rogue One, I think, after Andor
Probably.
season 2. Yeah. Okay, so Star Wars Celebration was in Japan, which is really cool.
So cool.
Really, that's one of those things where it's like, that would have been really cool to see.
Yeah, right. It's LA 2027. We should go.
LA.
Mm-hmm.
If of course, if the US isn't burnt to crisp by then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on how their stuff is going. Yeah.
See, because I feel like if we were like going to Star Wars Celebration LA in 2027, April 1st through 4th, it would be like, I would feel like Mon Mothma at her daughter's wedding.
Yeah.
Where she's just getting drunk and having a great time while the city's burning down.
You know, California is usually good.
Except when it's not on fire.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to read from this StarWars.com article that kind of lists. I'm not going to read everything. There's a bunch of things that we just don't have time to get into.
Right.
But I encourage you to, if you do care, head to StarWars.com/news/Star Wars-celebration-2025-roundup. So Star Wars Vision Season 3 is coming back. We know they announced who the studios are. Studio Trigger is back. There's a whole bunch. Trigger's the one that jumps out at me, but there's a whole bunch. I don't really remember which studio did what episode, so that is going to have to wait until we actually review season or volume 3. When that actually happens. They announced that there is going to be some longer form sequels to some of the season 1 shorts.
Fun.
So there's going to be a longer The Ninth Jedi episode, and I think others coming, and Child of Hope. So again, I don't remember what those are. You're gonna have to forgive me. I have Andor in my brain. We'll talk about that when it drops. There's more. There's a new Industrial Light and Magic mini documentary thing, I think, on Disney Plus. They're celebrating their 50th anniversary. Let's see here. Cosplay, video game stuff. I think, Fortnite. More Star Wars Fortnite stuff. It's for the Gen Zs. Sorry, Gen Zs. I'm just not up with the Fortnites. I'm sorry.
Me neither.
Okay. Still jumping around here. Oh, they announced a new video game, Star Wars Zero Company. This is like a tactical strategy game. Looks pretty cool. Not gonna lie. There's an Anbaran, a Jedi, a Cassian. This guy just looks a lot like Cassian, doesn't he? Right here? Yeah.
And that droid looks like Chopper.
Like an R5.
Yeah.
Then there's some sort of like clone trooper and a Mandalorian. So all the coolest characters basically, and an Anbaran. And then so that looks cool. There's a trailer up for that. Continuing, Star Wars: The Old Republic. It put out a trailer that's celebrating how I can't believe that game is still going. So that's impressive for that. The big one is Star Wars Starfighter is a new movie coming to theaters May 28th, 2027. So we have a movie next year, and then we have a movie the following year in May, a year after. It's going into production this fall, starring none other than Ryan Gosling.
Wild. Your
favorite star named after a baby goose. And directed by Sean Levy, the guy he just did Fall Guy with. The director just did Fall Guy with.
Isn't Fall Guy Ryan Reynolds?
Is it Fall Guy? What's the one? What's the hit? What's the one he just did? What's the movie Ryan Reynolds just did? Or
Ryan
not Ryan
Gosling?
Reynolds, Ryan Gosling. Yeah. Too many Ryans.
Fall Guy is definitely Ryan Reynolds, but
I
don't know. I'm not up on.
Okay. The one where he's like he's a stuntman.
Is it called Stuntman?
I don't know if that's what it's called. I don't think so. Okay, but it was like the Fall Guy, or because like I think you're right about Ryan Reynolds doing no, it was called the Fall Guy.
Oh,
okay.
The Fall. But isn't there Fall Guy? Isn't it that the video game one with
the Ryan Reynolds one? Something like that. They are eerily similar.
Okay, fair enough.
Anyway, yeah, he just did that movie, and actually, I don't know if you saw it. It's very enjoyable. I could see how they can translate that whole vibe into, and that's not even. I got the director wrong. David Leitch did the Fall Guy. Sean Levy.
Okay.
Is different. Okay, but while I look this up, tell me, are you excited about a movie called Starfighter? We don't really know any details.
Yeah, I had family asking me how I felt about Ryan Gosling being in a Star Wars movie and if he's like too big for Star Wars.
I agree. I think he is.
I don't think he is. I don't think he is. I think he is a well-rounded enough actor, and he does more serious roles and funny roles, and I think he'd be very, very good.
You know, I say that, but he was in Blade Runner 2049, one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and I mean, like, we were a little unsure about Jude Law, and then he did great in.
He's so good.
Yeah, right. So, like, I don't think there's necessarily anybody who's too big of a name for Star Wars.
The Deadpool director. He directed Deadpool and Wolverine.
Okay. Yeah. Because, I don't know.
The Atom Project. And Free Guy.
That's what
okay, so I got it confused. So Ryan Reynolds did a movie called Free Guy with Sean Levy. And then Ryan Gosling did a movie called Fall Guy, not Free Guy. You can see how those could be similar.
Okay, that makes sense.
With a different director.
Gotcha. Okay.
So there's that. Anyway, long story short.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I'm coming around to your side of this, which is that I think we just need better actors in Star Wars.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with having these like big names, right? Like they're good actors. It's not. I don't think it's a detriment. Like,
okay, the thing that I think I've talked about this before. I have this thing where sometimes I can't see the character and I just see the actor. It happens with Will Smith for me almost all the time. I can't see anything but Will Smith on screen.
Gotcha. That's how I feel about Tom Cruise.
Yeah, and that's not how I feel about Tom Cruise, which is funny.
Yeah, but I mean, like if Samuel L. Jackson can be in Star Wars, like you know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah, and he's basically doing his Samuel L. Jackson-y thing anyway.
Yeah, and like I don't know, what's his name? Harrison Ford is basically just playing Indiana Jones.
Okay, that's true, but that's not the same. That is not the same. You can't. Harrison Ford is a staple of the series. You can't just throw Harrison Ford out there.
But
he wasn't like Harrison Ford by the time he was making A New Hope at that time.
But I just feel like there's nobody that's necessarily like too big or too typecast for, like, maybe too typecast, but not too big.
He's just too much. Maybe he's too much of a Disney guy.
Like, okay, if Tom Cruise was in Star Wars, I'd be pissed. Like, that would piss me off.
It's ridiculous.
Well,
it's the same thing. And he would never do it.
Yeah, no, that would take me out of it. So, but yeah, there's not many actors out there that I'd be like, ugh. Being in Star Wars.
So obviously, most recent movie he was in was Barbie as Ken.
Yeah.
Infamous.
Great
as Ken. Very funny.
He's so good in Drive.
Yes, he's very suave in Drive.
Yeah, and I love that movie with him and Steve Carell too. It's like it's kind of like a rom-com, and then it all intertwines.
Oh, yeah, no, I hate that movie.
What? It's such a good
I hate that movie. It's a terrible message. Yeah. The message in that movie is like, fake it until you make it, basically. Yeah. And it's like, no, yeah, that movie sucks. I hate that movie. I know exactly what you're talking about, like Punch Drunk Love. No, that's not what it is. It's like something like that.
It's something like that, yeah. Crazy Stupid Love.
Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah.
And that movie sucks. But he does have that look in that movie that everyone like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
But yeah, Steve Carell's very funny. It's a funny movie, but it's not a good movie, in my opinion. I remember watching it like a few years ago and being like, "What is this?" Like, just like you wouldn't make it today.
Yeah,
you just wouldn't make that movie today. Anyway, so I don't know what a starfighter. I mean, I know what a starfighter is. Could be like it's a ship.
Yeah,
but it could also be like. I feel like you could also interpret it as like a rogue person who's like a fighter in the stars. Does that make sense?
I guess, yeah.
But like,
you don't think it's like a pilot movie?
Well, because I just feel like they just announced we had gone through the whole saga of we're going to do that Patty Jenkins.
Oh, the Squadron.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe they're retaking that idea and like whoop and
maybe
it.
The one thing that's interesting about it is that it's set post episode 9.
Oh, that's nice.
So we actually find out what the hell is going on in the galaxy after the real
cool.
death of Palpatine.
Yeah.
This time for real. And who knows? Maybe we'll get a Rey appearance. That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Her movie.
It's more pirates.
Yeah. I think if we get more of that pirate theme again, then yeah.
Yeah.
And well,
but yeah, I don't know. I'm excited.
When did we?
Are we getting excited, or are we waiting to make sure it actually starts?
Yeah, no. My rule on this is I literally can't be excited about any Star Wars movie until I know it's coming.
It's actually in production.
Until I see a teaser, like a trailer for it.
Yeah,
I can't be excited about it. They've cried wolf too many times.
Yeah, But I mean, having Ryan Gosling on there does help.
Well, they have a director. They have the star. They have a date. Those things are important.
Yeah,
we've had those before.
True.
But they have a lot of egg on their face. I think that they know that they can't keep canceling movies, so that like without really kind of like they're already on a precipice of like because even we're like I'm skeptical. Yeah, right. If we're skeptical, then they have a problem.
When we see it,
right? So we'll see. I'm excited to find out more.
Yeah,
about kind of like what the idea of it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because like there's really no galactic military at that time.
No.
So it's like maybe it's like an independent starfighter, like someone who like he races starfighters, like in Star Wars Resistance. That's like remember that subplot in that show? Did you ever watch that? Show. Not great.
I know.
Great.
I just heard such bad things. I've never really taken the time.
It's got some interesting ideas, but it's I just don't think it's just very. It was aimed at a much younger audience, and I feel like it did not really achieve what they were hoping to achieve. Anyway, it's fine. Okay, so that's Star Wars Starfighter swooped onto the celebration stage. So yeah, I think you're right. It's about something about someone who flies a ship. But
yeah.
Anyway, there's that. There was an interview with Sigourney Weaver. She's going to be in Mandalorian and Grogu. Apparently, her heart was stolen by Grogu. Whose wasn't? Yada yada.
Yeah.
Apparently, I think people at Celebration got a trailer for the movie. We should get a trailer soon. We're almost a year out, so we should get one soon. Lucasfilm Animation is celebrating their 20th anniversary. Crazy that they came 30 years later, which is wild. Right? But anyway, there's a really great video you can find that like does a little chronology of the whole thing. There's some great, quotes and lines from Lucas and stuff like that. And then they announced what they're doing next, which is what I'm looking at. Where is it? Why can't I find it?
It was up there a little.
Oh, I missed it? Oh,
it was on that Lucasfilm 20th anniversary.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord.
I'm so excited.
I feel like you could have just gone with Maul. The Dash Shadow Lord feels a bit much, but we'll see. There was a surprise guest. Sam Witwer appeared. Obviously, they are obsessed with. They just can't get enough Darth Maul.
Yeah.
So the only thing, if there's really little, we saw like a teeny snippet of what it looks like, and it just looks like they took a next step in their animation quality.
Ooh, I'm so
and it seems like they can't keep doing that, but they keep making it look better every single time.
Oh.
We'll probably get a taste of something similar to what they've done in Tales of the Underworld, which comes out on May the 4th.
May the 4th, yeah. Excited for that. No, I'm pumped for this Maul story because I feel like that's what we really got taken away from us with the whole
Solo
fallout
failure.
of Solo, which was like really disappointing because that would have been a really fucking cool storyline, and it got ruined. So yeah, I feel like we're gonna get to see some like cool Concord Dawn stuff and like
do you think
Underworld Rise.
Do you think this will just take the place of what a Solo sequel would have been?
I think so, or at least the Maul storyline.
Yeah, like what I say, like, are we gonna see Khaleesi or whatever her name is?
I would assume so. Yeah.
Who else?
Kira. Yeah.
Kira. Yeah. A young Han.
Maybe
hopefully voiced by Alden Ehrenreich. That'd be cool.
Yeah. I just. I'm excited because I really like Maul as a character. I think he has he's just cool.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of all what I think is cool is we found out is I don't know if you watched any of the like pirated footage that they showed of the little trailer.
Mm-mm.
I did. I'm not going to spoil anything necessarily, but the word on the street is that they're doing a version of Darth Talon.
Oh, I heard that with the that
with the red Twi'lek.
That there's it's like a Twi'lek of that is his apprentice, which is cool because Darth Talon looks so badass.
I feel like she was just drawn to look super hot.
Yeah, she is super hot, but she's also like all the Twi'leks are.
Yeah. But she's okay. When you see, look, I don't encourage people to do this, but if you were a horny Star Wars fan, go and Google
because she was drawn for the comics. And
and it's she's wears nothing and she's covered in tats.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, she's wild looking, but I would assume
she's gonna get tattoos. Are you kidding me?
Oh no, she's gonna have tattoos, but I feel like they might tone down
the sexiness,
like the way they did with Ahsoka.
Yeah, I mean,
slightly more functional clothing.
I suppose. Yeah,
I think they're a little bit more aware of putting their.
Yeah, but with the bad guys,
have a sexy female character that looks badass and is hot.
The bad guys always wear sexy stuff though. That's how it always.
But functional. Sexy is what I want to see. Okay.
Do those things is functional sexy an oxymoron though?
No, but it's how they had Ahsoka in a fucking tube top.
Yes, but that was that was 2004.
No, I know that's what I mean though. Functional. It's a tube top is not functional, but
it's not right. Yeah. What I'm saying is, if she was wearing functional clothing, which she wears later, and that's fine. They didn't go for sexy with Ahsoka, which is good.
No, they still give her the little alishes, little cutouts and whatever. But she's not wearing a mini skirt.
But I'm saying is right, I get it. Yeah, and I know here's the thing. What we know about George Lucas is that he's a bit of a weirdo.
Yeah. You could have cleavage in a cat suit is all I'm saying.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, Darth Talon coming to your what's that DeviantArt near you sometime soon. In fact, I guarantee you there's already some there.
Oh yeah.
That's basically the main stuff. New toys coming. Oh, they got a Scuba Steve Black Series figure. I'll have to get that.
Scuba Steve?
Scuba Steve is a character from Star Wars Jedi Survivor who talks like a Scottish fisherman.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And he tells these elaborate tales of how he fished in this. Oh my God, he's so funny looking. He's got a big mustache look. Anyway.
Oh, I see. Okay, those are his eyes at the top.
Yeah.
I was what the fuck is that? Yeah.
So he has this whole story he tells you over the course of the game about how he survived. I think he was saved by a space whale at one point. Yeah. But his accent is so funny. Again, this really thick Scottish accent. It's so funny, and everything he says is just laced with fishing and sea jargon. Yeah. Anyway, it's very good. And maybe get one of those in a BD1. Action figure together.
I would bet those come in some sort of set.
Yeah, they probably do.
Yeah, you'll get the Cal with the BD and
a Scuba Steve. Or do I have to get this dumb frog thing and that one? Comes with the Scuba
those two
Steve?
Might come together. Yeah, you never
not looking. That would be unfortunate. I don't want the dumb frog.
He might come on his own. I don't know how big of
the frog thing is person size.
Yeah.
So if these are together,
those two might be together.
Yeah. Okay, and then. There is a expansion pack coming to Star Wars Outlaws. It features Hondo, so if you're into that kind of thing, there's some new Lego sets, a third season of that show for babies.
Yeah, I put that show on for
Young Jedi Adventures.
He really likes it.
That's funny. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for big announcements. Anything you want to add or say?
No, I think that was everything. I'm pumped about the mall thing, and I don't think Ryan Gosling is too big for Star Wars.
Okay. I largely agree.
Yeah.
All right. To your right is a action figure box. No, further to your right. More right. Further right. You're not looking far enough to your right. Is that behind you? Yeah, that's one. Yeah. Okay. So as is tradition, I ordered this 2 days ago. Thank God for 2-day delivery from Amazon. I bought a new Black Series figure in honor of Andor Season 2. This is a K2SO figure. Again, sticking with my rules where I only get droids or non-human faces, things with helmets, etc. There are exceptions, but I try not to make them.
I made one for him when I got him.
The Wookiee.
Chrysanthemum.
That's not a non-human.
Yeah,
it is a non-human. It is a non-human, right? Okay, so K2SO. There's not much it's actually really cool looking. And the right scale compared to
compared to your
here's Echo,
yeah,
and so taller. I'm personally very excited about Alan Tudyk coming back for, who knows, he may be back next like what I don't know. Do you think it is too early for K2SO to appear next week?
I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. I don't really remember when he comes into things. So
well, we don't know ultimately because he's in Rogue One, but we don't know when exactly in the timeline he's acquired by.
Right.
Because the thing is, who's not in Rogue One? B2 Emo.
Yeah.
Who is, I think, my favorite character in the show.
He's like a little dog, and I know I've said this about George before, but he's very dog-like.
He's almost too dog-like.
He's just a mix between like a toddler and a dog.
He really reminds me of Winston.
Yeah, like if a puppy could talk.
Yeah, he's like
so sad.
Cassian.
Yeah,
how is Cassian going to find us? He's like, no, he'll always find us, buddy. Oh, we can't tell B. It gets him too upset.
Yeah,
he's going to need to take a nap. All these and then like when he's like running around like in this, just to skip ahead, he's like playing with the kids.
Yeah, with the kids.
Oh, he's like, excuse me. Yeah. And it's like, oh my God.
So sweet.
I know.
He is like the sweetest droid. Usually we get like sassy droids or like.
Oh no, this is just like the saddest, sweetest droid you've ever seen.
He's just a good boy.
Womp womp.
Yeah.
And it's like, I know, you just want to rub him on his face.
Yeah.
Oh, to go boy.
Pat him.
Yeah. That's a good droid.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's my droid for this series, K2SO. There was a similar droid in season 1 that arrests Cassian.
Yeah, there was. That kind of like chokes him.
Yeah. It tells him to hang out here, and then he's like, he's meant to hold me, not hang me.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into this show. We have a lot to cover.
Yes.
All right, Star Wars Andor season 2. Actually, sorry, it's called Andor: A Star Wars Story now. They added that tag this year.
I guess that wasn't there before?
It wasn't for season 1.
Alrighty.
So this aligns it with with Rogue One, which was Rogue One: A Star Wars Story.
Gotcha.
So they've re-added that tag. So again, reminder, episodes are 1 year later, which I can't help but say it like SpongeBob. When they do like the time cut, you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh my God, it's like a French accent, and it's like 1 year later.
Oh yes. Okay.
That's so funny.
Yes, I have.
So yeah, 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
Anyway, so 1 year later, Sagrona Tima, which is made up words, and then Harvest. And so, by the way, Sagrona Tiva to you, Rachel, today. Question: having now seen a Star Wars wedding, or a Chandrilan wedding, I guess. There's been other Star Wars weddings in the past. To be fair, though, Anakin and Padme's wedding was pretty secret.
Well, yeah.
They're more eloping.
Yeah, that was an elopement.
So now that you've seen an actual Star Wars wedding, do you wish you could have done something different?
For my own wedding?
Yeah.
No.
Maybe you could have stepped over a stick.
That was too culty for me.
No, it's tradition.
I think they're trying to like show you that it's because like Mon is like very like ooh about it, like trying to give her an out.
It's
like
orthodox.
Yeah, it's very arranged marriage, like icky. But I did like the party part, and I did like
you like the party part. Yeah.
Looked
that
fun.
was in. You were
just getting.
How about the fact that it was 3 days long?
Yeah. No, thank you. Do you know how much money that would cost?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's not a problem for the Mons or the Mothmas.
Well, yeah. If I had Mon Mothma money, sure, I would throw a 3-day wedding, and it would look like that.
It's traditional.
But, yeah. But no, thank you. I do know that I believe in. Is it like Indian culture that weddings are
like very extravagant?
It's over multiple,
like multiple days.
Yeah.
Just like the cricket matches.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. So I do know that that's a thing. But yeah, it looked super fun.
What about that wedding dress, though?
It was beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
It was beautiful.
There's a really detailed.
Her veil, like it's. I know no one cares, but it's beautiful. The
people
fabric
care.
that it's
Don't
made
say that
out
people
of.
Care.
I don't know what it was. I don't know whether that was like a tulle or like a chiffon, but it was beautiful.
I don't know what those words you just said were. Here's a high res image of it. She doesn't have her
I would
veil
wear
on.
that. I would wear that in a heartbeat. It's gorgeous.
It took the costume designer Michael Wilkinson and his team 6 months. Yeah, good point.
Hit him up.
You should check that out. If you have an in with Star Wars, we need to investigate. Right? It took them 6 months to construct Lita Mothma's wedding dress, which included dozens of pattern pieces sewn together with hand beading and hand finishing.
It's the hand beading that takes so long.
anything that uses human fingers is extravagant.
No, it's beautiful. Like everything about it is gorgeous.
Okay.
But
you wouldn't incorporate, I mean, what about a DJ droid?
That would be wild.
That would be sick, right?
Yeah, I didn't have a DJ, probably should have, but
DJ Schmeej.
But no, I would have got a veil like that though. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's cool as hell. Unfortunately, Lita is not the best, but whatever.
No, she has no personality.
She's kind of the worst, actually.
Yeah.
All these episodes are directed by Ariel Kleiman, which you might think, named after the what do you call it? Fish person.
Like the mermaid?
Mermaid. Yeah. That's the word I'm looking for. Fish person.
The Little Mermaid?
Yeah, but no, this is Ariel's a man, and they are up and coming, a young up and coming director.
Okay.
Recently having directed episodes of The Resort, which I've never seen, and Yellow Jackets, which I know people like. One episode of that. But I'll mostly like only a handful of things to their name at this point.
Can you explain the difference to me again between a director and a producer? Like an executive producer versus like a producer and a director?
I can try. Executive producer and producers are like the CEO and like VPs of a movie. Okay. They're in charge of everything, but they're not getting their like arms dirty, their hands dirty.
Okay.
In the nitty gritty.
Because I saw at one point on one of the episodes, like Diego was a producer.
So it
and you see that a lot like later in shows.
Shows happen where they become executive producers later on. Which is ultimately, there's two parts of that. It's compensation. They get paid differently.
Okay,
there's different
residuals,
that kind of thing.
Gotcha.
But again, then they have more creative control as an actor, which typically they'd have very little creative control.
Right.
Director in a show has less power than the showrunner does. In this case, Tony Gilroy is the showrunner,
right,
and also the writer. So Tony Gilroy wrote all of this. I'm pretty sure he wrote every episode.
Yeah, the director is more about like shots and
they're doing the day-to-day shot,
shooting,
working with the cinematographer, lighting, deciding on angles, shots,
like how the actors say a line, like that kind of thing. Okay.
Executing off the script. Whereas the executive producers have a more top-down approach. Gotcha. Now, they can get involved, and sometimes when they get too involved, that's a problem.
Gotcha.
But, if you have a good, solid structure and everyone involved is creatively talented, then you should be fine.
Yeah. But that makes sense why you see it like kind of later in shows.
Yeah, they get more power.
That like the actors kind of become, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So, overall, I know we both did a season 1 rewatch.
Yes.
I just finished that the night before. Did season 2. We won't get into season 1 in too much depth. You can go listen to our reviews of that. I will say this though, I forgot how good the show was. It's so good. Yeah. Every scene is just lit so perfectly. Their like willingness to commit to long, drawn out, extended dialogue scenes where nothing is happening, just two people talking, is laudable. Like Star Wars is like allergic to that usually, where they're just like, well, how can we get to the next action beat? We got to get to the next action beat. How can we explain what's going on as fast as possible so we can get to the next action thing? And they just forget about characters. And that's, we'll see. This is sometimes a Dave Filoni problem, who comes from an animation where he has little time to deal with characters. So they move on to that, out of that stuff quickly. And it's less interesting in an animation to just have two people in a room talking. That being said, he's growing as a live action director, so we'll see how the movie turns out, Mandalorian Grogu. But this is made in the UK. It's kind of made with a different group. I mean, a lot of Star Wars is made in the UK, but its home is in California,
right?
And a lot of the stuff that the main Star Wars stuff is doing is out of California, and the soundstage is there. So this is being made by a team there. They've got British actors. British actors typically come with a different aura about them, and they definitely do. I will say this: Genevieve O'Reilly is. It's like, why does she not do more work? She's so fucking good as Mon Mothma.
Yeah, she's incredible.
Her ability to look completely flustered, but also be able to pack it down.
Yeah,
I feel like that'd be hard to do if it was actually happening. Never mind pretending you were doing it. So very impressive there. I just think this show is unbelievable. Its commitment to its themes of fascism and how it intertwines itself into one's life. This is what I wrote about this season 2, but it applies to season 1. I wrote this on Blue Sky. Andor season 2's first quote unquote movie, because they're basically movies, was a thrill ride. Their willingness to go there, being there, they use the R word in this series. And it's really crazy.
I noticed that. I was like, that's got to be the first time that's ever been
100%. There's no other. I mean, maybe somewhere else in a like obscure book or something, but it's wild.
Possibly in a book or but
really crazy. They've implied it, but this is like explicit anyway. So they go there, but not just there specifically, but like to cut right to the core of what they're trying to talk about. Is what makes the show so exciting. They're creatively bold in their decisions and willing to do what serves their story. In this case, partially the true ugly messiness about how fascism intertwines itself in humanity. And how kind of like, and I'm adding to it, how kind of painful that is. It's really impressive. So what's your thoughts on season 1 and coming into season 2?
Oh, I mean, I would agree with all of that. It's just such a good show. Like the first
it's really not
rewatch,
fair for the rest of the shows. I feel like I really feel that way.
And like I feel like just the sheer volume of everything, the sheer volume of content we get out of like season 1, the volume
it's very
of like
dense.
It's dense. There's so many like plot lines and characters, and like there's actors in season 1 that I didn't even really recognize until I did a rewatch. Be like, oh, that's like that person, like the guy from The Bear. I don't know if you watched The Bear.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit,
Cousin.
Cousin. I was like, I didn't realize his role was so big.
I love The Bear.
It's so good. I didn't realize his role was so big.
What a dipshit he is in season 1.
Yeah, right.
It's so funny. I mean, and his career's really blowing up. He's going to be in Fantastic Four.
Well, and he's great. He's a great
he's a great actor.
So it's just. The rewatch was just as good as watching it the first time. And
me too. I was like, wow, this is great.
You forget little bits and you're like, oh yeah, like that happens, and like how
it's heartbreaking,
like how heartbreaking and gut wrenching like that ending is, and how
honestly
like, scared you are for everyone.
I still get goosebumps, and like it's happening right now.
Yeah,
thinking about that sequence on Ferrix, the riot, the speech from Marva, I would wake up early and I'd be fighting these bastards from the start. It's so good.
It's so tense.
And then like the music that like as they play like their flutes or whatever, and the standoff,
like the trumpet noise as they're walking through the street.
I know, it's unbelievable. Like, and then like the tradition about like being turned into a brick on Ferrix, and so and then never mind the performances by everyone is just off the charts. I mean, some of the speeches you get from season 1 are like all-time greats. Yeah. Right. I really, do you think we'll get more of, what's his name? Forrest Whitaker. Saw in this season. I'm sure we will.
Yeah.
We must.
He's on the.
Oh yeah. You're right. He's in there.
He's on the photo.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Actually, speaking of which, I wish I hadn't seen any trailers for this.
That's why I don't watch the trailers.
Okay, but I feel like I need to because I want to be a part of like
fair enough.
The like hype train and all that stuff and be able to talk about it. But like in like this is a rare example where I regret it because in the trailer they show the shot of Cassian using the TIE Avenger to fire on those like Imperial like vans or whatever on that like wheat planet. And I was like, because the story was fully out in such a way where they were like Cassian's friends were under so much threat, and I was like, that is so compelling.
You're right.
And then I was like, oh well, I know that Cassian arrives with the TIE and then this saves them because he's stuck on that other planet,
right? Yeah,
and it's like, so that really undercut that for me. I mean, how it happens is still like largely still exciting, and that still works, but I think the surprise of like, oh, he makes it back just in time, but still late again because he's always just a little bit late.
He's always a little bit late. Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah. So overall thoughts on season 2?
So good. I'm loving it so far. We've only had 3 episodes so far, and the pacing is good. The storylines are good. We're catching up with characters. There's funny moments.
Oh, it's very surprisingly funny.
Yeah, there's moments that I was cackling at,
man,
especially with what's his name, the wiener.
Cyril.
Everything with him just like kills me. Like I knew they were setting up that whole thing to have dinner with his mom. I was like, oh, they're having dinner.
Yeah,
with
I know.
his
Me
mom.
too. I thought so too. I was like, yeah, I can't wait.
God. And he's like so stressed out about it. It's like there's that scene where he's just laying on the bed.
Oh yeah.
I was like, that has to get memed because it was
memed today.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, I was like, that was me trying to stay awake watching the show last night. Is what I used it. But like, yeah,
but it's like it's so fucking funny. And like there's like, so I don't know. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the rest of the episodes. I don't want it to jump too quickly is my only thing.
It feels like it's going to happen. It's going to come by in a blink of an eye.
It does.
And and that's why it's such a shame that we couldn't have this stretched out and really like ramp into the excitement over time and be like, just because I was telling my friends, like, you guys will be watching the show and they're like, it's playoff season. We're watching hockey. And it's like, I get it, but like, and I don't have that luxury, but I was really impressed. Again, I shouldn't be surprised. I guess I wasn't surprised, but like, it looks just as good, just as expensive. The show is obviously very expensive.
It still feels fresh too. Like we're seeing fresh characters. We're seeing fresh, like, kind of, plots to it's.
Polar Knight's in the chat here. I'm in shock. The Stormtrooper did hit something he aimed for.
I know.
The way that they cut it with like the slow, like raising of the gun. I was like, their blaster. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no. And then they cut away, and then you don't find out till later.
I know.
R.I.P. Brasso.
Ugh, so sad. I love
Brasso. Was like my second favorite character. It was like actually no, third, because it's B2 is number one, and then Cassian, and then Brasso, and then Bix, and then Marva. So 2 of my top 5 are already off the board.
I think we know though. You think
Bix is not long for this world? Is that she's pretty messed up? And rightfully so.
Her whole storyline is like, it's just gut wrenching.
Side note on Bix,
she's so badass though.
She's really cool. Like, speaking of people who are hot, she's super hot.
She's beautiful. Yeah.
They don't play it like that. I'm just saying, like, in general, like, if you see her like out of Star Wars, it's like, wow.
Yeah.
Her action figure does not move. Does not go off the shelf. It's upsetting to me.
Yeah.
The action figures, the Black Series figures for Andor season 1 were always available.
Yeah.
And it breaks my heart a little bit, but it's like, I don't really want a Mon Mothma action figure.
Well, that's kind of
or a Bix Colleen
thing,
or a who's the guy who wrote the manifesto?
Nemec. Yeah.
Like, I don't. Yeah, I like Nemec. I think that Nemec's manifesto should be a completed work that should be available for anyone to read. But
they're not even characters in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
Well,
there's rando characters.
They'll get there eventually. I'm sure they will eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Polar Knights season 2 is good so far. Agreed. It's very good so far. Better than good. I would say great. Yeah. Okay. So let me.
I wouldn't say that Star Wars Black Series figure sales have anything to do with how good.
No. It doesn't. I just think it's really funny because it's like, okay, we're gonna make a Bix Colleen figure, and she's like, The actress has got to be like so stoked about that, but it's like, man, no one's buying your Bix Colleen. I'm sorry. Yeah. I like Bix Colleen, and I'm not buying a Bix Colleen. Yeah. If I could get a B2, now I would get one.
Yeah, it's true.
Like a full size. I want one, like a real one of my own.
Size.
Yeah.
Fully functional working. Yeah.
Polonize, one tiny question from not knowing how to fly a TIE fighter to a problem at home and then suddenly knows everything. Mm-hmm. Well, he does spend a lot of time with we don't know exactly how much time he spends with that. He does learn to land it somewhat between when he first stole it and when he lands it and then when he hotwires it again. So he had time to practice.
It seems like it's also because I believe that's a TIE Interceptor, right?
TIE Advance. Sorry, it's called a TIE Avenger.
TIE Avenger, okay.
Which people saying it kind of could be a precursor to the TIE Interceptor because this predates that.
They look very similar.
Yeah.
But yeah, because it seemed like people were like, "Oh shit, it's different than a TIE fighter." Like even the other people were like, "It doesn't."
Yeah, no one knows how to fly.
Controls aren't the same, so it's kind of that difference between like they're changing shit up because their stuff gets stolen.
Right, but he is a pilot, so if he can figure out how to work it, he should be able to fly it. You know what I mean? So the TIE Avenger is really cool.
It's like learning how to drive stick.
Yeah, you know how to drive a car. It's like once you know how to drive the stick, you can combine those two skills, right?
Yeah.
So the TIE Avenger prototype design was, in part, inspired by Kylo Ren's TIE Whisper from Star Wars Rise of Skywalker.
Okay.
However, the TIE Avenger was actually first featured in the 1994 TIE Fighter computer game from LucasArts.
Okay.
So it's been around for 30 years.
But then what does a TIE Interceptor look like?
It doesn't have the Interceptor has like the triangular front, but it's not as long at the back.
Oh, okay. Because I thought the Interceptor is like pointy and sharp.
It does
like
have
that.
pointy at the end. This one, just like that, has the pointy edges, and then
okay.
the cutouts like from the side so you can see better.
Right. Yeah.
But then this one has this like back paneling around the back that the Interceptor does not have.
Gotcha.
Another fun little thing about the Avenger prototype is it is a full size set they built.
Awesome.
Both exterior and interior, so they could go inside to outside. Which, as we see that, like, it's so cool to see it land, to have stairs, be able to go from inside to outside in one shot. So they built it, and it's very heavy. And
I would assume.
And it can support its own weight on the 4 points at the lower wings. So you can look at here. Like,
that's
it's
cool.
really impressive.
Man, like the engineering behind that, like actual
to build that,
just like, could you imagine like how? I wonder, like, people who actually have to build these things, but sometimes, like, fuck, why did they draw it like that? Like, it's just like, now I have to make this thing, like, functional as a set, but,
That's funny. Polar Knights. Rachel, I can't remember seeing your Star Wars shirt before. What great city is it in the Star Wars universe?
That's
the Winnipeg. It's rare. It's also technically in the Star Wars universe, just at a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah, galaxy far, far away. Our home city here. I know. I goofed. I'm not.
So she was also late. She had to bathe her child or whatever. I mean, priorities, I guess.
I know. I lost track of time. It's easy with a 2-year-old. He runs my life.
Yeah, no, it's all good. And your phone turned off. I was like, I sent the message. It turned green. I was like, uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. My phone died. That is also very typical of me.
Okay.
Dead phone by 6 o'clock? Absolutely.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so just a couple of things that I noticed about this. I'm going to just call it a movie from now on.
Yeah.
The number of characters that they cover is staggering. It is so many characters.
Yeah.
It's really hard to keep track. I'm not going to be able to remember all their names. I'm sorry. That's just part of my brain does not connect proper nouns that well. I think that the way that they intercut between different tones and events and then still able to weave that into a cohesive narrative with like a central thematic core across 3 episodes, but then also within an episode is extremely difficult, but the way that they pull it off is very impressive.
Yeah.
This, like, from a thematic perspective, we got these like themes of personal sacrifice, this idea that everyone has their own rebellion, which I think is a line from season 1. I think it really hits home when you take a step back and you think, okay, the way that everyone is perceived, like is approaching this big problem, is really interesting. I really feel like, given what we're going through today in the real world with the rise of like fascism in the on Earth, also again technically in the Star Wars universe, just again many long, very far in the future and very far away.
Well, it's odd because we've always kind of compared the Star Wars to.
Sorry. Polo Knight says, I love seeing that Cyril invited his mom for dinner. Seeing his mom, I got an urge to choke her out.
I know. She's
the worst.
Oh,
truly
she makes
the most.
My skin crawl.
Yeah, no, I
can't.
So I don't like Dedra, but watching Dedra put her in her place was very fun.
Every person, like I would say maybe not person, whatever. There's a lot of storylines out there in general of like women not getting along with their mother-in-laws.
Right.
It's like a whole big trend, right? Can't relate.
It's a classic trope.
Yeah, can't relate. My mother-in-law's a beautiful person, love her, but I do hear it a lot from like other people, right? And it's just like to watch a woman just be like, absolutely fucking not. Like, I was like, oh.
Well, how'd she say? She's like, you say the plan, so it makes it sound like it's optional, but that's not what you should be taking away from this.
Yeah, I was like, oh, she's gonna lay into her.
It's so funny. She's like, I don't know what it is that like what's stuck in your craw, but enough of it.
Yeah, it's like this is how things are gonna go, and it's if you don't cooperate, things are not gonna go your way.
Well, Dedra does seem like the type who likes to control everything.
Oh, absolutely,
including Cyril.
Yeah, he's just gonna have a new controlling woman in.
But in a nicer way.
Yeah, in a little bit of a more functional way, I guess. But it's Yeah.
She lives 5 days away from me.
Yeah.
And that could be good or bad, depending on how you look at it, depending on the day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, story of sacrifice, everyone's own rebellion. I think that just the way this show is shot is really impressive. They do a bunch of one shots in this episode, throughout the first 3 episodes. Really impressive. Like they built a massive set for this Chandrilan estate.
Yeah.
And the way that they sweep you through the different hallways and in and out of different parts of a party makes it feel very kinetic. It's very exciting. I really like it. Great sense of tension and suspense. And yeah, we talked about how funny things were at times when he's having that standoff with that one rocket launcher trooper is really funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, looks very good, very expensive. All the money's on screen.
Mm-hmm.
Again, watch this show and then go watch Obi-Wan and then puke on your TV because it's it just looks so bad compared to this. It's unbelievable. And I think it comes down to they were cutting corners and were being cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And it's you can tell. Just the way that even just the ships look and
the ships look.
It's unbelievable. Okay. So where was everyone a year ago? Because remember, this takes place 1 year later from the end of Andor season 1. I forgot the final shot of what Andor season 1 was.
Oh, really?
But it's Andor turning himself in to Luthen and saying either kill me now or take me in. So obviously we find out the answer. And we always knew the answer already anyway because we already know the ending. So yeah, he's now on a mission. We pick up with him. He's on a mission. So here's I'll just kind of skip ahead here. Cassian we're following one storyline. That's the Cassian storyline. Well, the Ferrix escapees, refugees on Mina Rao. That's the second storyline. Mon Mothma and Chandrila. That's the third. And then the Dedra Cyril on the ISB is the fourth storyline. Yeah. So, for Cassian, again, we know where he was a year ago. For the Ferris escapee, similar situation. They all escaped kind of together.
Yeah, on the ship.
On that ship. And if you don't remember, it was Bix, Brasso, and Wilmon Pock. And you might be thinking, who's this guy in the season? Because he was a kid in season 1.
Right.
He's definitely grown up.
Yeah.
He's got a nice beard growing now. He's got some honeys. He's
got a honey.
To be fair, Bix did ask if he was thirsty.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's them. They've, I guess, again, settled on this new planet. And then Mon Mothma, when we last saw her, she was setting up an introduction between her daughter Leda and Davos Skalden, the gangster, his son Stekken.
Right.
And we were we didn't know. We assumed how that might go, but anyway.
And that's because she needed money from...
No, she needed a way. She doesn't need money. She needed a way to move her money.
Move her money. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. That's what it was.
Thank you, Rachel and Julian, for a good show. And Rachel, you tell Julian a woman is never late.
I will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was on time.
Sorry. Just like a wizard, you arrive just when you mean to.
It's not like Julian was set up anyway. So
I was actually I don't know if you noticed, all the lights were on and everything. Not everything was done.
Lights were on.
Yeah. Anyway, whatever. Polar Knights also adds here, we got so much storylines of so many movies in the Star Wars universe from just 3 episodes. Yeah, it's wild. We covered a lot of ground.
Yeah, I would expect to only see 1 or 2 storylines at the very, within the first 3 episodes.
Well, they don't introduce the ISB until episode 2. I don't reintroduce them until
episode 2. Over the 3, I wouldn't expect to see as many as we did. I would maybe expect to see the Andor one and Chandrila one. And
they do a smart move where they bring Luthen to Chandrila.
Yes,
that helps bring half the cast together.
Yeah, it's true because you kind of get her, her cousin there too.
Literally everyone's there.
Yeah, so that does help.
All the high society.
But it makes sense to have this big high society wedding, right?
Yeah,
so it kind of
I was hoping for more cameos of characters from the Senate. Would it have been funny if we saw Senator, who's that blue skin one?
I was going to say the blue guy with the horns. Yeah.
Oh, well. Yeah. I mean, he's not a senator. That's he's.
Is that what you're talking about or no?
No, that's not what I was talking about.
Oh.
But I know who you are talking about.
He's
I
always
can't remember
standing
his name.
behind
Yes,
Palpatine.
he always stands behind Palpatine. He's his Grand Vizier.
Yes.
When they become an emperor.
What blue skin guy are you talking about?
No, it's a guy. It's a woman. She's the one who's advocating for the clone rights.
Senator Nucci or Tucci?
Nucci. That sounds right.
Tucci, yeah.
Yeah. if she was there, that would have been a fun little again. That's not the kind of show they're making,
or whatever. But yeah,
but we see a couple Imperials in their like dress wear or whatever at the wedding, but like not many, as you would expect, right? She's not very popular with them,
right?
But yeah, it would have been interesting to see a couple other like senator types involved.
Yeah.
But I think we'll get more of those later as the show goes on.
Yeah. That's a good one.
So let's start with Cassian. We picked up where we were. Okay, hold on. Back up one step. This season this chunk of the season is set for BBY. So 4 years before the Battle of Yavin. Next one will be 3 BBY, then 2, then 1, then Rogue One, then everything else.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about where everyone was. The Star Wars intro with all the helmets and stuff, not changed from season 1, including it includes B, which is important to mention. So I just wanted to say that because we typically mention if they make changes, but there's no changes here. Tony Gilroy didn't seem like the type who would want to make changes to that.
Right.
So, all right, let's start with Cassian. On a mission to steal an experimental TIE Avenger. This is, again, potentially a precursor to the Interceptor from the Sienar test facility. So Sienar is a corporate entity in the Star Wars universe that we've had referenced before. It's been referenced in the Clone Wars. It's referenced all over. I think it originally appeared in Legends. They're the manufacturer of the TIE Fighter and similar products.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, the Jedi Starfighter was also produced by Sienar. At least the one from Episode 3, the one that has like the TIE-like cockpit front.
Oh, okay.
This is obviously different from some of the other ship manufacturers that we are aware of within Star Wars universe, but fun that we kind of get an acknowledgement. We see what it actually looks like. We rarely ever get to see that part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Cassian is working with another rebel, Naya, who's working on the inside. They obviously work for Sienar. By the way, there's an official patch, an emblem that Sienar has. This is from Legends also. She's wearing it in this scene. And Cass is playing, or is pretending to be a new test pilot who's arrived.
Mm-hmm.
Cassian gives Naya a pep talk early on in this series, and right away I was like, wow, this show's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Because so it's a year later. We talked about how in season 1 was part of what they wanted to do was show Cassian being radicalized into the rebellion. He wanted to just be his own person, right? He was actually a lot more like Mon Mothma's husband in his like approach to life, right? Just, I want to have my own nice things and be my own person and like let the world be what it is out there, and I'm just not going to deal, right? But as Perrin says, you can do nothing and the bad things will come to you either way. How you respond to that is up to you, but in the case of Cassian, all the things that he went through, the loss of Marva, the Narkina 5 stuff, radicalized him.
Mm-hmm.
And so now you get to see the version of Cassian that we saw in Rogue One, which is this like master spy, and who's always been good at that, right? His approach, what we heard from season 1, where he talks about how you can just walk in, they're so smug, so comfortable, they can't imagine anyone would just walk in, right? And so he really embodies that approach. And he's very handsome, as they say in her boss saying, "Oh, he's cute."
Yeah.
I called that line. I was like, oh, she's going to say that she said it was cute. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
So she's having this like crisis of conscience, right? She's basically you know what? Who she could use here? Nemec.
Yeah.
Nemec would have been a really great
the manifesto,
person. Yeah. Here, read this manifesto. It'll be better for you.
Yeah.
Right. And the other thing, Nemec is a major part of that because he listens to that manifesto we see in the final episode when he's like leaving. Anyway, so he's giving this pep talk to her about how he says the Empire cannot win. Like, you know that in your bones.
Yeah.
Right. And you'll never feel right unless you're doing what you can do to stop them. You're coming home to yourself, which I assume is a process that he went through himself. Like he's able to speak to it because he's gone through that himself. And it's like very, again, it resonates with me as someone who's never been a volunteer. I've never been engaged politically in my life, but I have been with this. If we're going through election here in Canada, I have been and I will be volunteering tomorrow Is it tomorrow? Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday.
Yeah.
At I guess Mark Carney will be here for a rally. I'll be volunteering there. I'm obviously it's a long step, big step from volunteering at a political event to being a part of a rebellion, obviously.
Of course, yeah.
But I can relate to the idea of I feel like I need to do something about it. And so, again, I just really impressive. Like there's a line from the trailer, which I know you didn't see, where Luthien is saying like, he's thinking like a soldier. You need to think like a leader. He is thinking like a leader here. This is something that someone could hear and say, okay, this guy gets it. I will follow them and do the right thing. Mm-hmm. What did you think of this sequence?
Yeah, it was great. Like you can definitely see her like internal struggles, right? Like she's scared. She's unsure if she's doing the right thing, but like deep down knows that it's necessary, right? But she just needs those like extra pushes and that extra reassurance that like, yeah, this is worth it. Like even when she says like, if I die, is it worth it?
Yeah, that's such a crazy thing because I was thinking it's like, okay.
And it's like, yeah, he's like, yeah, I have to deal with that all the time.
How much would you be willing to do in the name of rebellion if you knew it was the right thing to do?
Yeah.
And like, that's only every single person has to ask that question for themselves.
Yeah.
The show even says like, people fail. That's what Luthen's line in this episode, or I guess in this movie. Mm-hmm. And it's sort of like just the way that I talk about how like the stuff like interweaves with humanity, like the way that she is just like, I know I'm doing the right thing, but I need you to tell me it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a very human
It's like
thing.
needing that reassurance, just being, like that's what her gut's telling her. She's got this far, but it's just like you still need that like kind of constant reassurance, which is also part of like the whole rebellion thing and probably how they lose people in the rebellion, right?
Oh, 100%.
Like, you have to keep reassuring people and you have to keep like lighting that spark within them because it gets scary and then people like could very easily turn back, right?
Right.
So
break.
Yeah.
Or you just have a bunch of idiots like Maya Pei.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And they turn on each other.
Truly the stupidest people.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I just thought that was really a great way to kick off the season. It really sets the tone for, okay, what is Cassian? Who is he now? What does he represent? What does the show represent? What's the message they're trying to send? That it's worth it. Sacrifice, again, this personal sacrifice. Everyone has their own rebellion. So for Nia, her rebellion is to do this little small thing, which I think ultimately cost her job, right?
Probably.
So I think they mentioned she has to go to this place to get picked up. Mm-hmm. And so as long as she does these things, follow those steps, she can be fine. But it's possible that she gets captured and is killed.
Yeah.
But she's willing to take that chance because she knows it's the right thing to do.
Yes, exactly.
And the show is saying, let's show you all these people who have this like courage of their convictions to do the right thing.
Yeah.
It's really impressive. Okay. Okay. I will say the like Imperial droid that is like wandering around by the TIE is like really cool looking.
Yeah. And for a second, Adam thought like it doesn't look like it. He's like, is that B like
in disguise?
Like, in disguise. Like, no, it's not like a chopper situation where they just paint him like an Imperial droid.
Too many different like.
Yeah.
At first, it's like, but this droid doesn't do anything but hold the iPads.
Yeah.
But then,
just like he's basically like a mouse droid, but like a security droid that holds iPads.
Okay, so Cassian steals this is like a whole sequence. He steals the TIE. He takes out a bunch of troopers, shoots his way out of the hangar because he can't figure out how to fly it.
Yeah, goes backwards. And
he's hitting stuff. It's great.
Yeah, because you expect to be like, oh, he's just going to fly up, but it's just
exactly.
And she has to shoot everything.
Yeah, it's great.
It is good.
There's a little bit of aerial combat, which is always appreciated in my opinion. And he escapes. We're not going to like beat by beat it, but he takes out a couple TIEs. He escapes. And again, we're just going to follow Cassian through this whole story, and there'll be some intercutting for different things, but he arrives at a familiar jungle moon, which we actually didn't. I love this because we don't realize it. He lands in through the clouds, parks the TIE, does the whole thing, and then when he leaves, we find out that it's Yavin.
Yeah,
which is really cool. Mm-hmm. So I watched the like inside behind the scenes little thing that they do for the first 3 episodes. Tony Gilroy's plan is to not just show the birth of the rebellion, but also Yavin from Jungle Planet to, Rebel Base.
Right. Yeah.
So that's cool. I like the way that it was like, oh, that's a fun little surprise way to show, like pull up and oh shit, it's Yavin. That's cool. So he arrives at Yavin and he's there to meet Porco, not to be confused with Porkins, of course, the rebel pilot who explodes at the Death Star run. But I was like, is that the same? Because it would have been fun if it was like, hey, we're gonna get Porkins in.
Right, yeah.
But no, just Porco, which does technically mean pork in Spanish. So
love it.
Porco Dio. Sorry, Italian. I think actually, yeah. There was a guy I worked with. He was Italian. He used to say Porco Dio, which means God pig, which is just like a derogatory. Yeah, it's like a derogatory term for like cutting down God.
Oh, like say like God damn it or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know how like all the romantic languages, all their swears are just like pig God.
It's like the French swears. They're all like religious.
They're all religious themed. Almost all the romantic languages are like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so he arrives at Yavin 4. He's there to meet with Porco. Porco's not there. He finds that there's a crashed team of rebels from Maya Pei's cell. We learned about Maya Pei in season 1. She's one of the other rebel leaders in one of the other kind of insurgencies.
Right.
She's what Saw referred to as neo-Republican.
Okay.
Which means that, not to be confused with our modern version of what that means, but someone who wants to return the galaxy to the Republic.
I see.
New Republic.
Yeah.
Right? She ultimately gets what she wants. If she survives to see it, who knows?
Yeah.
Anyway, so they know Maya. She references Maya. I guess Porco was killed for being just trying to do his job.
Yeah, too whatever aggressive.
Yeah,
I think they said he was
but they crashed their stupid ship on the anyway.
Yeah.
It's unclear how that all happened, but he's captured, taken hostage, as these rebels try to they want to steal the ship, leave him behind.
Yeah,
but
can't figure it out.
They can't figure it out. I do think that their interpersonal fighting was really funny. There's like the one guy who's like, you should force him to do it, or if he doesn't do it, we'll kill him. And he's like, okay, well, if he doesn't do it, then we kill him, we still screwed. So it doesn't.
They're literally telling him their own plan.
Oh my God. He's like,
so
you're surrounded. You're surrounded by at least 15 of us. He's like, okay, we could do you have to tell them the exact number?
Yeah,
is that necessary?
They're fighting.
Yeah, that's really funny. Again, funnier than I would expect for the show.
Yeah. But that's the thing. These guys are very obviously the grunt workers a little bit. They're not the brains of the operation, very obviously.
They're the types that would be dropped as foot soldiers on Scarif.
Yeah, absolutely. Pretty much cannon fodder at this point.
Oh my God. Well, or dinosaur food.
Yeah, dinosaur food.
Yeah. Because also, by the way, there's dinosaurs here.
Yeah.
But that one sequence where the dinosaur just runs across, eats that guy, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Which I know that's what they're trying to, that's what they're going for, but it's
very Jurassic.
But it's wow, that's a dinosaur. That's just I mean, it doesn't even slow down, just eats them whole.
Just tramples them, yeah.
I think he eats them.
Oh,
it goes right into his mouth.
Okay.
As he run. Yeah.
Just gulp. Big gulp.
Yeah. Doesn't chew. Doesn't chew his food apparently. Anyway, so these rebels, they have a schism amongst their group after one of them snaps and kills another rebel after calls him a liar or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, they break into two groups. I will admit, this whole sequence frustrated me.
Yeah.
Because it's hey, we waited a year. He was just escaping prison. Now he's back at this thing. I mean, I know it's been a year. We haven't seen that. But now he's captured and we have to sit and watch these rebels fight. It's I can at some level understand what they're going for, which is hey, we need to be able to show not just the Empire's dysfunction, but also the rebels' dysfunction in their own way.
Yeah, because it's if they don't have their defined leader, it's very...
And they all start falling apart.
Yeah, it falls apart. They get scrappy with themselves trying to establish their new order, right? So, it's that necessary thing of showing why this takes so long and why they kind of suck.
Exactly. And why Saw doesn't believe in the larger cause necessarily.
Right.
He's these people are not good at their job.
Yeah,
so
they're not necessarily all aligned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get that part, but that's not really what we see. We just see a bunch of people bickering for 2 episodes, and it's kind of frustrating. There's some really cool, it looks really great. All the foliage looks great. There's a sequence.
Mist.
The mist looks great.
Yeah.
There's a sequence where this firefight breaks out at night in, I think, the end of the second episode or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. I think maybe the end of the first episode. It's really cool.
Yeah.
And like there's a blaster bolt that comes like right at the camera, and then they cut to black.
Oh, that was really good. Yeah. I also, there's some of it that looked so good. I also really like the way like Cassian's able to like play them a little bit.
Yeah.
And like the funniest thing to me was about how he knew who they were working for. He's like, okay, you're part of this person's group. And they're like, well, who do you work for? He's like, I'm not telling you. Like, he's like, you should have told me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, exactly.
Yeah, like I'm better at this.
You guys should be better at your job. Exactly.
Yeah, like it was just so funny of him just being like, yeah, don't tell people. He should
have just said, yeah, I'm also working for my pay.
Yeah.
they probably would have believed it.
I'm not going to tell you that because I'm better at this.
Because I'm a spy.
Yeah.
You guys are supposed to be spies. So what are you doing here?
Do your jobs.
Yeah. Anyway, it is fun to see that. And it's like a genuine Star Wars thing to do like a detour was just kind of like not really that important to the plot, but you get to like explore some character beats and yada yada. So you get to see Cassian being this like really intelligent, like 3D thinker basically.
And just talking like how much better he is at being
the way he escapes
a rebel than them.
Oh my god,
he's just like so much better at it.
The way. He's escaping. He's escaping. He's like in his like. He's like, and they're playing like rock paper scissors.
Oh man, that cracked me up.
Yeah,
because this and like whatever. Like,
this is
paper.
Like there's a snake. They're doing the thing from fucking dodgeball.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's some different quotes I've taken from StarWars.com, but the way that they refer to it is the childish game of five hands.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they're trying to settle their differences. They can like. Basically playing rock, paper, scissors to see who wins.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work. They get left behind.
Yeah.
I would just see, it'd be funny to see if they're like, oh, they survived. And
that's what Adam was wondering. He's like, oh, do you think we're going to see these guys again? I'm like, no, they're going to be dead.
They're going to be all dead.
Eaten.
They're all going to be eaten by those dinosaurs. They have no food. They don't have any water.
No.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
Yeah, he's not going to come back there, and those guys are going to be alive.
No, and they all have only one name. If you look at their IMDb, they're all single name people. So not a great sign. Anyway, so he escapes. Is there anything else you want to say about this, like this sequence on Yavin? It's just kind of fun.
Yeah, it is just like again, it's nice to show us that internal like infighting, and it just shows us how much better Cassian is.
Because they talked about it in season 1, but now we get to see it. Yeah. Okay, so Cassian then, after having escaped, takes some time in deep space. We don't know where exactly to contact Clea. Clea Markabeck, that's her full name. That's Luthen's like secretary.
Don't call her a secretary.
Well, that's kind of like the role she plays at the store, right?
Yeah, she's like his
but she's more like she's more of like an Eve. She's more like she works directly with Luthen on the Rebel stuff. Like,
she's the communications person,
right? Exactly. So she's not a secretary, but like again for that role. As their their fake role,
his personal assistant.
Yeah, that's right. Executive assistant.
Executive assistant.
As an EA.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he contacts Clea. By the way, I think Clea might be one of the best actors on the entire show. It's like not even close for me.
Okay.
I like every time she has anything to say, it's like I am instantly gripped by it, and it's just like she's always making the most intelligent argument. She's not emotional in the sense that like she doesn't make emotional decisions. There's a great scene in episode 1 where they're having this little back and forth about like, you're guessing, you're slipping.
Yeah.
And it's like, cause she's so by the book. This is how you execute this without compromising us.
Yeah. She's like Rebel Deidre.
Yeah. Kind of. Yeah. It's a great kind of like comp there. I love that. So anyway, Cassian contacts Clea back on Coruscant. And by the way, when we cut back to that Coruscant thing, I'll mention it here because this is really the only time it comes up. We see a couple new antiquities, including a close-up shot of Plo Koon's mask. Plo Koon's like breather apparatus situation. He has that like displayed. It's like right in, which of course they do because they're obsessed with Plo Koon. Which of course, and you would be too if you knew Plo Koon. He's the coolest. But
he is.
That was super cool. Like, I was like, oh wow, that's like the first shot. Like all the lights turn on, boom, 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 and then it's like then it hits lights up.
I didn't notice that.
It's kind of designed to not, unless you're
paying attention.
Well, I don't know. It's not really that. It's right in the front center of the frame.
Yeah,
so
okay.
You should have probably spotted. But it was late and we were both tired.
I feel like sometimes I'm looking at the background to try to see Easter eggs, and I'm not looking at
right. This one was like right in the middle. Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like looking at everything around
because there's like some fun other things there, like Padme's like headdress from when she was a queen is there and stuff like that. Okay, so he contacts Clea, find out that the team over on Mina Rao, which is the wheat planet, are under Imperial scrutiny, and he rushes off to save them. Very Luke Skywalker-y in that, despite being advised against it, right? Because she doesn't know what's going on, so he doesn't want to just rush into a trap or whatever.
Right.
So arriving at, oh, by the way, there was a funny beat here where he like tries to hotwire the thing and it like spins out.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Yeah.
And so arriving at Mina Rao, Cassian spots the Imperial ship in orbit, which I think is a Star Destroyer. I think it's really hard to see from in a distance, or it's that Gazanti cruiser.
I think it's the same cruiser that they saw.
The Gazanti, okay. Yeah. And then he dives down to the surface. He spots his friends under attack from the Imperial troopers. He uses the TIE Avenger to like quickly dispatch of those soldiers.
Yeah, there's not many of them.
It's very cool. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. That's a very cool action sequence. Like the way that it like identifies them, the targets, and then like he blows up the silo and drops all the wheat on them.
I loved how they're like, who called that in? Like, because they just obviously they're not thinking it's
that's great.
They just
blows them. It just blows them right up.
Yeah.
And then because he does it so quickly, it's like they can't even really call for backup or help.
Yeah.
It's great. Unfortunately, he gets there too late, and his best friend Brasso is killed by a goddamn stormtrooper. Again, as Polonais points out, the only stormtrooper can hit a broadside of a barn.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that Brasso's a big guy.
He's a big dude.
So, I mean, he's a big target. But still, he was moving and he was on a speeder.
Yeah.
By the way, fully built speeder. They built that. They slapped it onto like an arm off the side of a truck, so that people could get on, shoot, and then drive away with it, so that it looks like it's like it's really cool. Yeah. Anyway, so Cassian then quickly ushers his remaining friends, Bix and Wilmon, into the TIE, and they escape Mina Rao.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about Brasso now, or do you want to talk about Brasso when we get into that group?
Yeah, maybe when we get into the group.
Okay. Any final thoughts on Cassian and his kind of arc here?
It's funny because when we talk about it, like it feels so quick talking about his arc in the first 3 episodes, right? Yeah, you're right though with how it always feels like he shows up with just a little bit too late, and
it's not his fault ever. It's always some dumb thing because he would have been there 3 days earlier
if it weren't for those assholes.
It wasn't for those dumbasses.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like that kind of that tragedy with Cassian where it's like he loses so many people, right? And he says that in Rogue One, right? He says that to Jyn, something along the lines of like, you have no idea what I've lost, right?
Yeah.
Because, because she's lost so much too.
Do you think we'll get a Jyn? Oh, no, I guess it doesn't make any sense. She doesn't really appear in the story until Rogue One.
No, because she's
rescued by Cassian, but like, we're not going to see that until Rogue One. So
yeah. So
what I would love to see, and I know that I don't like, it doesn't seem like the thing that Tony Gilroy is interested in doing, but we know that we're going to do this Gorman massacre situation. We've kind of teed it up. We know that the Rebel crew from Rebels rescues Mon from Coruscant,
right?
And then like ushers her into like the back to Yavin.
Yeah.
And it would be really cool to not like replay any of that, but to like have the Mon stuff come into the exact moment that the Rebel crew arrives, and just see them on screen.
No, yeah, kind of like how we get the lead up from Rogue One to like Vader, right? In episode 4, right
to that exact moment.
Yeah, like I would love that.
And then you could just turn on that episode of Rebels and then like pick up from there.
That'd be great because
that would be cool.
I would love to see that. It would be really kind of full circle, obviously. So I hope they kind of do, but I would assume like we need to see like Mon and like how everything works out, right?
Thing is though, like he could just the other alternative you could say we're gonna do everything until after the Gorman massacre, her big speech. It would be interesting if they didn't provide her big speech, because the thing is, in the Rebels, you see they watch her big speech from the ship, from the Ghost, and they're watching it like on the HoloNet or whatever, And so it would be really great to see that speech, the same language, with, again, extended, obviously, with more of Tony Gilroy's ability to actually write great dialogue. On the Senate floor.
Yes, absolutely.
And actually see that happen. Have Palpatine there, that'd be fucking sick as fuck.
Yeah, like see his face, hear what everybody else said. Yeah, and then like try to see her escape.
I would be shocked if we see Palpatine in this season.
Yeah,
I would be surprised.
I would be surprised too.
It's like the story is kind of like at an arm's reach of Palpatine, so we don't generally, but like Mon is so like 1 degree separated.
Yeah,
right. She knows Palpatine personally, so it's like. Anyway, it's interesting. It's unlikely we'll see it, but that would be a bold swing. And this thing about the show is that it does like to take bold swings. It is the fact that they're willing to kill these characters is, I think, I'm so over shows not killing people. Like, I know that sounds lame and dumb, but like, if you want it, you want the stakes, but they don't want to like commit to.
Well, and here's the thing: if they're not in Rogue One, they don't have plot armor.
Oh yeah,
and.
So Bix, that's why you think Bix doesn't have. I mean, I guess, and obviously Cassian does have plot, like the thickest of plot armor.
Cassian does, and we know Saw does, and but like it's just the way because of how we know how he speaks to Jin, saying like I have lost so much, or like how
right. It's gonna hit. It's gonna hit different.
It's like he's already lost like his mother and like Brasso, and it's like I feel like Bix is up there.
I think you're probably right. I think she's and I mean. Okay, let's get into it. We'll talk about our favorite ragtag group of mechanics. Okay, so we're introduced to Mina Rao. This is a planet that people thought was maybe Lothal or other there's other planets that are wheat, but like the wheatiest of wheat planets is Lothal. That's more grass than wheat, I guess. But anyway, it's similar look.
But wouldn't Lothal be dealing with like literally the rebel stuff at this point?
Yes, it would be. Yeah, which is why it would be interesting to have that like little bit of a crossover.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. But anyway, we get a new planet, which is just as cool. Mina Rao. I love the design of this planet. It's like big mountains-ish with like oceans of wheat in between.
Yeah.
And then like these roads built out of like smushed wheat.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I was saying this to you before we recorded, but the craziest like little Easter egg. So this is secrets from the set of Andor. This is an article on StarWars.com. I'll just read it. The fields of Mina Rao were an ancient rye planted specifically for Andor Season 2 in Watlington, Oxfordshire. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. And took a full year to grow. A full year. Again, if you're always wondering, what took the show so long? Why do shows take so long to make these days? It's crazy. They're growing wheat. So took a full year to grow. Due to the SAG-AFTRA strikes of 2003, the crop had to be harvested and placed into sheets of polystyrene by the Greens team. I don't understand this. So like they harvested them as full crops, full stalks, and then like planted them individually.
Rebuilt the whole.
That's so crazy. I don't manually placing each individual stalk. There's no way.
I don't know what polystyrene is.
It's just plastic sheeting.
But then, I guess so. It's dried, right? So all of that would be dried wheat we're seeing. But
again, this is at harvest time, so it's like anyway.
Yeah.
By the Greens team, I guess that's like the plants team. I don't know.
Yeah.
Allowing the outdoor location sets to be reconstructed on Pinewood's 007 stage, which is where they shoot. It's named after James Bond. In early 2024.
Crazy.
So,
but I get it. So the strike happens. You're like, shit. We just grew all this fucking old ass ancient rye. Like we're gonna have to salvage it somehow. So having to do a full harvest.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
And, like keep it for a year and then and then
the outdoor location sets to be reconstructed on a soundstage. So this is a soundstage,
I guess.
Really, it doesn't look like a soundstage. It looks like it's outside. One of the things that Tony Gilroy said was the reason they went with this planet was they were dealing with such dark themes. There's all these different places that are going to be. He wanted a place that had like sunlight, and like was bright and like happy looking.
Yeah, that's
again, so we don't really get a good look at like the mountains that are there, but they're like, this is where the cities are built onto these mountains and then the fields in between. It's really cool design, really great Star Warsy look.
Yeah.
One of my new favorite planets. I love it. So this is Mina Rao. Our understanding would be that our Ferrix refugees found their way here and are now working as undocumented illegals, quote unquote, as like farmhands, etc.
Yeah.
So Polar Knights here mentions, I love the poke in the side of the IRL visa issues in the episode. Yeah. So not cutting corners, staring right in the face. They use the term illegals. They use the term migrants. I don't know. They don't use
migrants. They use the term visas, don't they?
Visas, yeah, like all these things. It's like, it's so interesting to think in the Republic era, you would have been able to just travel to this planet and work, and it would not have been a problem.
Wouldn't have mattered. Yeah.
But now you need permission to leave your own planet so you can go work at another planet.
And documentation
and paperwork, etc. So this like restriction of movement, which is like a very fascist ideal, which is like we want people in specific locations and they can't just move around freely. That can't be.
Like stay where you're from, basically.
Yeah. Right. But then again, this idea, they also talk about this again, specific, like explicitly in the dialogue, which is like, oh, it's a bit of a tricky situation because, we need the food.
Yeah,
but
you need the workers.
We need the workers, and the workers got it. I mean, it's hard to find workers, so some of them are going to be illegals.
Yeah,
right.
I just I got like the biggest.
Oh, you think the rapist lieutenant was
no, he's
was
just
hard
like,
for you?
The way he's just like talking about, it's like, oh, it's like so hard.
I know,
and it's not hard. He doesn't give a shit. You're just like, you're a crappy cop, dude. Like you're basically ICE. Like no one. You're the worst.
They're doing a census. Get fucked.
Census, yeah. It's just, oh man. And he just gave me vibes like they always do. It's always like the Nazi vibes, right?
100%.
But it's just like that abuse of power, that abuse of like, I'm going to tell you to do this, otherwise you're going to be in trouble. And like, it's just that gross.
Is this casual, I can do what I want because I'm in charge.
Yeah.
And there's no like, why are you in charge? Reasons. And because I'm in charge, I can tell you what to do. I can do whatever I want to you.
Yeah.
It's
awful.
so blazingly corrupt.
Yeah, so corrupt, so disgusting.
And it's an abuse, and again, this abuse of power concept. It's like it's so obviously fucked up.
Yeah.
To like even like contemplate that idea. But again, we wake up to new fresh hells every day.
Yeah.
And yesterday I was reading about immigration lawyer in the States who had ICE come to his door and had some sort of technology that could turn off his Wi-Fi. So it turned off his Ring doorbell. He wasn't able to record the interaction, and they wanted to come inside. They wanted to understand like what was he working on, all these things. He's like, I don't have to answer any of these questions.
No,
but like they don't carry a badge. They don't have to tell them who they are. That's a real thing happening today in this world.
That's
in modern society,
and that's the thing. That's what I was going to say earlier. Is just like we used to compare the empire, and we still do. To Nazis. But now it's like you can see those comparisons to like actual this timeline, not our country, but our neighbor. And it's so
very fucked up.
Like it gives you just such like the worst feeling where you're like, man, like this isn't even like
that's
history adjacent.
No,
anymore.
It's like, hey,
our timeline.
Wake up! It's happening now.
Yeah, like it's like we thought this was.
If you like,
to get too. We thought this was over. We thought this was in the past. We thought these were gross things that we saw, and we take these bad guys from things we've seen in history in the past, and now we're taking things that they've done and putting it in Star Wars. And
it's a warning sign, but no, this isn't a warning. This is a mirror reflection of where we are now today. It's really fucked up.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's really bad.
It just kind of hits you in the gut.
Well, it makes you question like, okay, if this was happening to me, what would I do? It makes you ask that question. At least makes me ask that question of myself.
Yeah, right.
Because it's not a hypothetical anymore.
No.
It was a thing. It's like, if I was ever going to travel to China, that would be something where you have to think about, like, okay, how am I going to behave if I'm being questioned by Chinese authorities who they don't have to answer to anyone?
Yeah.
And now it's like, well, I don't want to travel to the States because I've tweeted things that might be seen it negatively, and they might take my phone and lock me up and throw me in prison.
Yeah.
So it's not a hypothetical anymore.
No, it's not.
So now I have to consider, okay, if that were to happen to me, how do I fight that?
Yeah.
What do I do? What are my ideals? I like to think that I'm I align better with the rebels here.
Yeah, well, of course.
Well, yeah. But the fact is there are people in this world today who, they might not be able to see it because there's a veneer of Star Wars on top.
Right.
That they are those people.
Yeah.
Like brown shirts. We have real brown shirts in the world today operating in the United States. And then we have, essentially similar ideas. There's the Gestapo, or the Stasi.
Yeah.
Here, casually threatening a woman's life.
Yeah.
Because he thought she was cute and he felt entitled to that.
Yeah.
That's the
entitled to overlook her lack of papers as long as he gets what he wants out of her.
I don't even think that he would have. I think he still would have thrown her in jail.
Yeah, probably. You don't know. It's a wild thing to be able to like take a show that's supposed to be a fantasy show.
Yeah. It's like, that's the thing. It's like, it's so on the nose. It feels like, it feels too on the nose, but it's like, there's no, the world, truth is stranger than fiction, all that stuff. But it's like, I mean, he was writing this long before Trump administration.
No, of course. Star Wars has always been political, and we know that.
This, it's really wild how closely it's aligning.
Yeah.
Like to an uncomfortable level. I really hate it. So anyway, we catch up with Bix Colleen, Brasso. I don't know if we have his last name. Wilmon Pock, was it his brother or dad that was killed in the last season?
Probably dad, because he's the one that throws the bomb.
He's the one who throws the pipe bomb.
Yeah, that kind of starts everything.
Again, this, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say this on recording, but I was like, if I was talking to friends casually and I was like, if things ever got like bad enough, would you be willing to throw a pipe bomb?
Yeah.
And they're like, actually, I don't know. Again, these are questions you have to ask yourself. Would you be willing to throw a pipe bomb?
If it meant, I'm going to say no.
That's a tough one, Yeah. But again, how bad do things have to get before people start throwing pipe bombs? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
And it's like not that far from reality at this point. Anyway, it's crazy. So anyway, he's the one that threw the pipe bomb. And most importantly, B2 Emo's there. B2 or B. Cassian. Oh,
he's a little stutter.
He has my heart. Because he's like an old dog.
Yeah.
Because he's old.
Yeah, he's
like he has to take naps.
Yeah, he doesn't
during the day.
He doesn't hold his charge.
It takes a lot of power to lie. He just wants to. He's always worried about where Cassian is. Is Cassian coming back?
Yeah.
Where is Cassian? He's definitely the type who's going to be like excited to see you when you open the door.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately Winston's not that type of dog.
No?
He likes to just lie on the couch.
He's like,
I hear him come in and I'm like, Winston, are you here? Are you dead? I'm like always worried, like, are you dead? No, he's just, and I look and his tail is like wagging slowly on the couch, but he doesn't have the energy to get off the couch.
Cool.
He does not meet me at the door. I will come to him.
Sometimes he meets me at the door when I come here.
I know. He meets strangers at the door.
Yeah, he brings me a toy.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Sometimes his blanket.
Yeah.
His little
when he brings his blankie to the door, that's the
Oh,
cutest.
I know.
Yeah.
And then he like shakes it back and forth.
Yeah.
Anyway, so B2 to me is like is just intertwined with my dog. And it's like, so I can't, there's that sequence in when he's kicked in the finale of last season.
Right.
Big no-no.
Gets kicked over.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Boy. Yeah. Well, Brasso's like,
yeah.
He does like the full like 300 kick to him, and that is so sick. And then beats that guy with Marva's brick. It's so sick. Anyway, they're undocumented workers and they're working on this community of grain farmers. We learn that Bix is struggling after her torture at the hands of Dr. Gorst.
Yeah.
And has nightmares. They brought Dr. Gorst back just to do nightmare sequence.
Yeah.
Dr. Gorst, by the way, still looks like the guy who's playing the new Lex Luthor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Lex Luthor actor. Acts and looks like and sounds like, what the hell's his name? The new guy. Nicholas Holt.
Okay, yeah.
Look at him. He looks just like Dr. Gorst. Doesn't he?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. And sounds just like him.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, yeah. I'm just always like, wow, that's wild that this guy deserves more work. Anyway, just because he looks so much like this other great actor. So yeah, Dr. Gorst is back. She has, they have a dream sequence, nightmare sequence. She wakes up, but it's okay because Brasso's there. A new character, Talia. This is Brasso's like honey.
Lady friend. Yeah. She's so sweet.
And then of course we have Bila, the farmer's daughter, who is Wilmon's little sweetie. So Imperials arrive unexpectedly. Oh, the shot of the Gazanti like appearing overhead, and the way that like Bix, who is this like direct analog to like the most tortured, literally.
Oh yeah, she's got like, wild PTSD.
Right, like super PTSD.
Yeah.
and is like, oh God, like, oh no, they're here.
Yeah, her face just falls. You
Yeah.
literally like almost like see the color drain from her face.
Again, very great
like,
actress.
Yeah, she's great.
They haven't been there for 8 years. The Empire hadn't been to this planet for 8 years, and just their luck, here they are.
Yeah.
They can't escape the long arm of the Empire.
No.
Anyway, this also means that communications to and from the planet are cut off. Of course they are.
Yeah.
Right. This is, I guess, this is an imperial policy. That by the way, it's not my fault. It's just policy.
Yeah.
I'm just following orders.
Keep things here.
I'm
just have to count it all. Yeah. It's like, ugh.
Yeah. That's the other thing, by the way, this kind of like using the shield of bureaucracy as like a means of committing atrocity.
Yeah. You're like, oh, I'm not the bad guy. It's just
I'm just executing policy. It's just policy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the policy's fucked up, but you're still doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. So, to be fair, The Hague does not consider following orders to be a fair defense of war crimes, and crimes against humanity.
Good. Yeah, like, dude, you could just be showing up being like, yep, everything looks good, and leaving, and not terrorizing these people and trying to R-word them.
We're going to need some more Hagues. So, fuck, that's so crazy. Anyway, we'll get there. Imperials arrive. The group, who are expecting Cassian back already, but he's late, is working together to stay hidden from the Empire, relying on the assistance of a local family who's kind of like Schindler's listing them.
Mm-hmm.
But unlike Schindler, sells them out. So pretty shitty, to be honest.
Yeah.
Or I guess it's more like, is it more like, what's her name? Hiding out her diary. She has a whole diary.
Anne Frank.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It's similar to that idea, right?
Yeah. I wasn't too sure if he actually sold them out or if Brasso did that more to like save that guy a little bit. Like maybe he sold them out, but like Brasso.
Okay, that's actually a good possibility.
Because just the way they like looked at each other at the very end, like it was almost like that guy gave him like a nod, and Brasso was
my God, his face twitched in a very like weird, hard to read fashion.
Yeah, like I kind of maybe picked up that Brasso like oversold it a little bit.
It's possible. Yeah, it's kind of like, okay, he was actually a genuinely good guy, and
I get it. He's like saving his whole.
He's trying to save this guy from being like wrapped up in their shit.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm not too sure. I thought maybe.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, so maybe he's more like a Schindler. I don't know.
Yeah.
Schindler adjacent.
Yeah.
He could be doing more.
Yeah.
Anyway, he did try. He tried to get them all to the 800 block or whatever.
Yeah.
It didn't work. By the way, love their little camper trailer they have. This is another full built set that is like you built the interior exterior of it and then placed it on set and all that stuff, and then like you can take it apart and put it back together and stuff. It's really cool. It's like a little mobile home.
Yeah.
Very with like little accordion doors, and it's awesome. What did they say here? The mobile house, mobile MOIBIL -HAUS
German house
where Cassian, Bix, Brasso, and Wilmon live on Min Rao was a full interior exterior set build, disassembled and reassembled twice to Pinewood Studios, first due to torrential rain and then the actors' strikes of 2023.
Wow.
Unlucky. So this was like a cursed production.
Yeah, right?
Like. Anyway, so they're relying on this family's help, and they're trying to avoid the Empire. Bix has a short run-in with one of the Imperials, Lieutenant Kroll, who takes a liking to her, asking her to dinner.
Yeah.
Bix tells him that her husband, who she is referring to as Cassian, basically here, is off-world for a few days, and it's just enough for the Lieutenant to back off, but just for now.
Yeah, you just know he's going to come back.
Oh.
Like, you just know, like, oh, he's such
That's not the last we've seen of this
yeah.
piece of shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, with the word that their group will be inspected next, their local protector tries to get them a job on another part of the planet. But before they can leave, and partially they were delayed in leaving because Wilmon was having his little like, I can't go and you can't stay moment.
Yeah.
Anyway, they get stuck there. They get caught by the Imperials, and then so I guess Brasso's captured by a group of Imperials. At that same time, Lieutenant Kroll returns looking for Bix and attempts to rape her.
Yeah.
There's like the line is so wild. I couldn't believe that they used they said it on the show.
Yeah.
She's like, she smacks him in the head with that fucking hammer or whatever.
So good.
He's like basically dead and then dies later.
Yeah.
And then his like right hand, like his executive assistant is like, come on out with your hands up. And he's like, he tried to rape me. And I was like, whoa, that's wild. And then Wilmon comes.
Yeah.
Creates a distraction. And then she just blasts the motherfucker.
Blast that guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Which is like, he does hesitate. Like he's like, oh shit. Like, Yeah,
but that guy knew what he was doing. He knew what his boss was doing.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was like, that scene just hurt me. I was just like, like that Bix has been through enough already. And then to already have this asshole come back and do that to her. Like, I'm glad she got to kill him and like beat the shit out of him because she deserves.
Is he die because of the like he got hit in the head
with a hammer
twice?
Yeah.
Okay. She's the one who kills him. It wasn't something else. Okay. Yeah. Just checking.
Because he stumbles out of there and then like falls and dies. The guy's like, he's dead.
Yeah.
Like, it was like,
he did.
Yeah,
told you he did. Hey, did you see the little picture of Marva that they have on the? Oh
no, I didn't.
It's like next to their radio. They have a little like portrait of Marva on the wall. Isn't that nice? That's nice. Anyway, that's just to shift away from the other more uncomfortable topic.
I was like, geez, like
Anyway, Brasso's captured. Is given up by Tay. Maybe, we don't know. Cassian arrives on his TIE fighter, saves them. Brasso dies in the process. They all leave Mino Rao together. Everyone except Brasso. Yeah. They're not even able to take Brasso's body.
I know, that hurt me too. I was like, he's just a big guy.
Yeah, you can't. He doesn't even get a last word.
No,
he just looks. They just have a look. They share a look.
He just kind of cradles him. And
so I will say this: I was too tired to cry last night.
Yeah,
but if I got on rewatch, I probably would. Because again, Brasso is like has this amazing scene in season 1 where he like recounts Marva's last what he wants him to tell Andor, and it's like really great line read, and that is affecting. This show is really good at like grounding this in like personal grief, and this is really sad. This is his best friend. He was late and he was not able to save these guys because of it, and now he blames himself, rightly, wrongly. It's wrongly. It's not his fault, but he blames himself. This is like something he internalizes. This is something that Cassian is like carries around with him.
Yeah,
and now his team is down to 2, or 3, including him. 4 if you include. Wait, did they not take?
They didn't take BMO.
Oh no!
But I do remember Brasso saying that he was leaving him. Like he's like, you're gonna stay with Talia, and he's like Cass knows you're here. Like he's like, he knows where you are.
You think he'll go back for him?
Yeah, I think so.
He fucking better. I fucking swear to God. If he doesn't go back for B, I am going to be so upset.
So sad that Brasso's gone. And
Oh, yeah. Like the way that Brasso, it's okay. So here's how the loss of Brasso hurts me. It would be less painful if, I guess, theoretically, B is not on the show anymore.
Yeah.
But the way that Brasso can like go down to a knee and like put his hand on B's shoulder and be like, it's going to be okay, buddy.
Yeah.
We got you.
Yeah.
Was always so endearing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That it's part of the reason I like B so much.
Yeah.
So it's like intertwined. It can't be separated.
Right. Yeah. He just, because he's such this big, strong man, but he's got this
big burly boy.
Such a sweet, gentle side to him too. And it's like
but he can he can rough him up.
Oh yeah, he can fuck people up with a brick and like
he can.
So that's what I love about Brasso. Like he's this big, beefy. He can be violent. Like
good person.
But just in general, like so sweet and it's
always does the right
about
thing.
A droid, like that's rare in the Star Wars.
I know as well. We don't we don't have time to get into the politics of droids and their independence or lack thereof.
No,
are they pets? Are they slaves? Hard to say.
But
hard to say. Anyway,
you're right. It's like he's always so sweet to B, and it feels like because Cassian's always gone, that he's B's like
protector
guy, right?
Yeah. Well, when Marva's, especially without Marva around.
But he does say that sweet thing to him. He's like, oh, like Talia knows. Like, he knows where your charging cord is.
He always knows. Like he's got your charger, And she's got your charger.
She's got your charger, yeah. It's like, it's all that sweet kind of thing. Like, she'll take care of you. Like, that's kind of like you're in good
he's playing with those kids. Oh my God.
Yeah. Like, it's like, maybe that'll be a good little life for him.
That sequence where he's playing with those kids is like the sweetest thing.
Yeah.
I literally can't even.
Yeah.
Man, really crazy. Anyway, I can't keep talking about that. It's going to make me cry. So that's it for the Ferrex escapees. Anything else on that?
No, it's just sad.
Okay.
It's so much trauma happening to that group. It's a
little trauma overload. Okay, so I don't know how much we're gonna have to like say about the Mon Mothma stuff because it kind of happens pretty quickly. It's just a wedding. So
yeah, it's just a wedding. Yeah.
Mon is hosting a traditional Trandrillan multi-day wedding for her daughter Leda at the Mothma estate in the mountains. By the way, Spain is where those mountains are. The set is built elsewhere, then they transpose the mountains. When they do that hike, that's in Spain.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Anyway, so she's marrying the son of the gangster Davos Skulden, Stekken Skulden. High society is gathered, fancy robes, copious food and drink, and lots of pressure.
Yeah.
We learn that her financial confidant, Mons, Take Holma, who I liked a lot in season 1, is kind of coming undone after some bad investments, and is now looking to Mon for support, financial support.
Right.
I think this is a brilliant like twist that I think makes the show really interesting because, as Luthen says, people fail, but the way that he's like, ironically, it's rebel activity that's like caused his investments to fail. Now his wife has left him. He's really like down and out.
Yeah. And
he's like, I've done all this work for the rebellion to support you. You're fine, obviously. Everything's great for you.
Yeah.
Whereas like maybe it's time for, to
help me out.
To help me out. And he's not entirely wrong, actually.
No, he's not. He's like, I have sacrificed a lot for her.
But you can't be going around like spilling the beans.
No.
Or going to Davo, because that's like the big concern that Luthen has. It's like if he goes to Davo, then it's like the secret's out and you're fucked.
Yeah, yeah.
So and then Davo would have all that leverage over her. Like she wouldn't be able to move the money anymore. All those things.
Yeah.
So Luthen knows the answer to this problem.
Yeah.
The sequence where they're having that conversation, and he's like, I know what we need to do, and she's like, I'm not sure I know what you mean, and he's like, How nice for you. How nice for you.
Like how ignorant, how it must be blissful to, But I get it. Like this, like Tay is one of her like oldest friends apparently.
Since childhood. Who Perrin thinks she's sleeping with.
Yeah. Perrin's such a douche.
He's the biggest of douches.
Yeah. I hate that dude.
He's like what do they call it? Like someone who only searches for pleasure. There's a robot dedicated to that in Futurama. The one who gets fed grapes. Anyway, he's just doesn't care. Is ultimately he's just very selfish.
Yeah, he just wants to have nice things.
He wants to have nice things, and he wants to party, drink, and gamble.
Yeah,
and he doesn't really care. He knows the world is hard and rough, but he's fortunate enough to not be in a position where that has to affect him.
Doesn't matter for him.
And he's okay with saying, "Not my problem.
Yep,
I will take mine."
Yeah,
which isn't inherently wrong necessarily, but in the context of this larger story that we're telling is a great example of like, if you stick your head in the sand like this, you are no better than the people committing the atrocities. If you are in a position to do something and you choose not to, because it's not your problem.
Well, there's that whole big, have you ever heard that quote? And it's like, first they came for this group and I said nothing. Then they came for this group and I said nothing.
It's like World War II Holocaust situation.
And then they came for me and there was no one left to speak for me. Like it's, exactly. That's that whole, he's like, as long as it's not happening to me, I don't care.
He's just a spoiled rich kid, basically. And like, to be honest, they're spoiled rich kids are the worst. Spoiled rich people are the worst. It's a great kind of like glimpse into the like elites, quote unquote, the 1%. These people living in high society on the backs of the torture and literal torture in some cases, but also just like hard lives of everyday people.
Yeah.
So he's a shitty guy. He does have that like he does make a point. It's like there's that great. Have you seen this? It's like I think it's like a meme that goes around every once in a while. Like worst person you know makes a great point.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And so he has this speech where he talks about like his wedding speech.
Yeah.
Right? And he's talking about how like the world will deliver fresh crap to you,
right?
No matter even whether you want it or not.
Yeah.
And you can choose how you deal with it, right? You can either let it affect you, or you can look past that and just find the joy in life.
Yeah, hold on to the good moments.
Right, but it's like, which is like a nice sentiment, but again, like in context, looks really shitty.
Yeah, it's a sentiment of privilege, honestly, to be able to be like, oh, that sucks. Oh, I'm just gonna go over here. Right. It's like, yeah, some people can't do that.
Right. I mean, there's to be said, like everyone should be able to find that, like things are hard. Go find that little thing of joy that you have.
Focus on positive when you can.
Right, but sometimes that's not an option for people.
Yeah, exactly. Right? I do feel like this whole like wedding setup and everything too helps, because eventually Mon is like Empire's #1 hit list, right? So
yeah, so he's going to get roped into it regardless, probably.
Yes and no. I feel like this partnership though with their daughter to Sculdun's son kind of
like
helps,
insulates him.
Yeah, like at least helps insulate the daughter. And like in turn, like her dad. Too.
I guess like he could
wash his hands of
and be like of the Mothmas. I think he would like to think that he could do that. I don't think that he can do that.
Got a little bit of protection there, because you got to think of like, honestly, like me as a mom, it's you worry about your child's safety, right? So she's got to be worrying about her daughter's safety in terms of like, that's why she's trying to make this so secretive with the rebellion. But there's got to be like some security for her daughter, for her to be able to go full rebellion and it be no consequences on her family. But like they are super rich too, so
So at one point she's going to be labeled an enemy of the state.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, how is her family protected? Because you'd think that Palpatine could just, if he really wanted her, he could. Well,
they won't
I've got
be.
Your kid.
Ultimately, they probably will be taken into custody.
Yeah,
they'll be put into like protective custody, and they'll just like have to live at their mansion.
Yeah, live in their fancy house or whatever. But yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of like layers to this. I mean, but yeah,
like the Empire would not hesitate to harm Perrin or her daughter if they thought it would bother Mon. But when she has to leave, like that's already outside of her control. And by the way, Lead already hates her anyway.
Yeah.
And so there's that whole like subplot here about like, which carries over from season 1 of this like rift between her and her daughter.
Her daughter, yeah.
She just has completely different view. She's like, again, this traditionalist.
Yeah.
Just does not understand her mom at all. No. And Mon doesn't understand Leia. Like she just like doesn't understand her. There's 2 great sequences in this where one where she's like comforting her when she's like having these second thoughts and doubts or whatever, and she's like, I'm so sorry. But it's like double layered, because she's saying I'm sorry because I've been there before, but also I'm sorry because I'm selling you into this marriage for my own personal benefit.
Yeah, exactly.
And not personal benefit necessarily, although it's part of it, which is to say she needed that so that she could fund the rebellion. It's bigger than her.
Yeah.
But she's still doing this thing that she doesn't agree with because it's for the greater good, right? And then later, when she's telling her, listen, I'm going to say this one thing to you that I wish my mom had told me on my wedding day, because she was also in an arranged marriage when she was married very young. That like you don't have to go through with it. I will not make you marry this person.
Yeah.
You can just tell them it's off and like we can all walk away.
Yeah, it doesn't matter about the money, it doesn't matter about anything. Yeah.
And then like Leeta's response was like, I wish you were drunk, which is crazy. Yeah. Crazy
wild
thing to say to her.
Yeah.
And like
she's such a
and then she does get drunk, which is
she's like, well, I'm gonna get wasted at this
man, she gets
rave.
so wasted. But like you can understand why she would, right?
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
She's like, okay, she has to come to terms with the fact that Tay's about to be murdered. Her daughter just sold off into a wedding just like she was, in a way that she hates it. She hates it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, her daughter's like into it, like for now, until she isn't, and then it'll be too late.
Yeah.
She's made a deal with the devil, with Davo. But it's like she can have this one moment to just like let it all out and just like dance her and like dance it all away. I guess I think we all been there where it's like, fuck it, I just want to get drunk.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm just getting wasted.
Yeah.
I can't deal with this anymore. Yeah. Which is maybe why Mon's mom was so drunk at her wedding.
maybe, but like that. But that's not the. I think the sentiment was that her Mon's mom was very like pro traditional wedding, but it was also like a lush.
Yeah.
Right.
But
she was a lady that lunches or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's just see if there's anything else worth talking about here. Oh, there is a great sequence where Davo and Perrin having a conversation about like their kids.
Yeah.
It's so funny. He's like, well, like it's not a great match, really, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, do you think it's gonna work? She's like, so Davo's talking about his son. He's like, well, he'll either figure it out or she'll tell him what to do.
Yeah. Lada's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
She won't be easy. Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, well, and he'll either figure that out or she'll just get walked all over.
Yeah.
And so that, like, I thought that was like a funny little like moment for them. It's like obviously two characters we don't really care about. But,
yeah.
We also see that Luthen's there. He was invited by Davo to provide a gift for the newlyweds. The gift itself, an extremely rare piece of Chandrilan history, has a stupid name. I can't remember what it is now.
Yeah, some kind of statue that was stolen out of...
Yeah, a fancy statue, which dates all the way back to the Rakatan invasion 25,000 years ago, which predates the Old Republic, which is really cool, like little deep Easter egg thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like an old ancient statue.
It's like a guardian or something. Like there used to be 12 of them in the temple or something.
Yeah. It's cool. It's a cool like story idea concept. It must be worth an uncalculable amount of credits.
Yeah.
So they found one and then they returned it to Chandrila and it's now in their house. Their house. Yeah. By the way, speaking of the house, we didn't talk about it much. The set they built for this Chandrilan estate is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Everything. It's just the whole Chandrilan.
Like the archways, the circular stuff,
beautiful.
like the floors are beautiful. The way that like people should watch this like behind the scenes thing because they talk about kind of like some of the styling decisions they make about it and why they make those decisions.
I want to know who designed all of Mon's clothing.
Oh well, yeah, that's
gorgeous.
their production designer and costume designer.
Beautiful. I wish I could just wear that kind of stuff in real life.
This kind of stuff will win Emmys. Is what I'm like for costuming and all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely, yeah.
So. Yeah, I mean, I will say this last thing about this sequence, which is that they do these like one-ers where they're like going from like conversation to conversation within a single room, and the camera's like moving through the people. It really makes you feel like you're inside of an event.
Yeah,
and so like I thought that was well executed. But these are large rooms with lots of people, lots of extras. It's like it's just impressive to see. Yeah. Okay. So they go on a hike. There's not much to be said about that. Traditional, and they didn't want to do that. They talk about opening up. There's a use of these like Chandrilan ancient terms. Again, the name of the episode, being one of them.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I like that. Like the ceremonies feel like they have these actual traditions to them. It's interesting to see. You said culty, but yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
And then we get the DJ droid playing Neamos, which is a track that they like a synth electro.
Yeah, it was
track.
very rave music.
Yeah. That they was from season 1. We saw it at the end of one of the episodes. It was credits music for one of the episodes.
Gotcha.
So this is repurposed, which is cool. That's like it's a popular track on in the galaxy.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts on the Mon stuff?
No, I did like that we saw Cinta again.
Oh yes, Cinta, who's still really upset about her girlfriend not being as into her as she is the rebellion.
Right, yeah.
Still peeved about that. Oh, yeah, we should mention, by the way, that was it? Okay, so Cinta, sorry, yeah. I've got it backwards. Cinta's the one that appears right at the end as Tay's driver. Right.
Yeah.
And is like, okay, I'm going to take you and kill you.
Yeah, I just love that because Mon's cousin, I can't remember her name now.
Yeah, her cousin. I'll find it.
It's, she's as soon as she sees that Cinta is the driver, she's like, fuck. And like, she knows. She's like, well, Tay's dead. And she's like she goes and sits in a window area and doesn't want to like deal, doesn't want to go talk to Mon, like doesn't want to tell her. Vel, yeah.
Yeah, she dyed her hair, by the way.
Yes, she's brown hair now, but you can just tell like Vel just knows. She's just like, ah.
By the way, there's a great scene where Vel is talking with the radio communications.
Oh yeah.
And they're just like they're having this thing about how like they can't talk about this here, yada yada, which is like they always talk about that stuff.
Yeah,
but they're just like, oh yeah, no, we're just here, we're working. Just two single ladies looking at the prospects.
Yeah,
and then Vel, because she's a lesbian, like looks over. She gives her like a once over and like gives her a look and then like walks
and
away.
Walks away.
I thought that was a really funny little take, which is just like, oh, the prospects, and then just like looks at her and then like walks off. Funny. It's funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that. Anything else you wanted to mention? You said you saw Cinta. Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one last plot line to go through here. I know we're like, it's getting crazy here, but like,
yeah, it's getting late here.
Yeah. Okay. We go now to Dedra, Cyril, and the ISB. This is actually the shortest of all of them, I think. We catch up with Dedra on a work trip with her boss, Major Partagaz, at the Malathene Divide. This, which looks, by the way, looks a lot like the season 2 Bad Batch finale base that they on the mountaintop that they go to. Very similar, not the same. Obviously, Orson Krennic loves a mountain vista because he's also there for season 2 finale,
right?
In Bad Batch. So they're there to meet Orson Krennic. Good to see him back in the flesh on a top secret mission, but it's not Project Stardust, but I think it almost certainly is Project Stardust.
Yeah.
Which we learn in Rogue One is the Death Star laser project.
Yes.
So Death Star has its own project title. The Stardust specifically is the laser.
I didn't realize
Kyber
that.
crystal laser.
Okay.
So, and then they're looking at the Energy Project, right, which is always the best cover for weapons project.
Yeah.
So I love how he's like, wouldn't it be amazing? Everyone with unlimited energy. Wouldn't that be so great? We need this specific mineral from Gorman so that we can coat the lenses of the energy reactor.
Right.
Right. Reactor.
Yeah, reactor.
Right. Laser.
Yeah.
Yeah. Laser beams. It's just, even sharks deserve a warm meal. Instead, they're working on this this project for the Gorman. So we get this funny like Gorman intro video like on a projector screen. It's so funny. I was really thrown off by that. I was like, what are we watching right now? Yeah. They're introducing Gorman as this like there's four cities. There's 800 million people there, I think, or 800,000.
I think it's 800,000.
Okay. Living in 4 settlements, cities across the planet. They cultivate the silk that these spiders make.
Yeah.
They made these spiders look as cute as possible. They're still spiders, so
icky.
Not my fan of it. I don't like it. There's very valuable silk that they use to like silk that they use to make like different
garments.
Things. Yeah.
Beautiful garments, yeah.
Right. Anyway, the Empire wants a mineral that's like they know there's a bunch of it on Gorman.
Yeah, gouge mining.
And they want to gouge mine it, and which would destabilize the planet. And which obviously would be the people of Gorman would be like, not into that.
Yeah, not into destroying my whole planet.
Right. Yeah. So they're like, in advance of them not agreeing for strip mining, we need to find a way to do it anyway and deal with the Gorman population, which is a really fucked up thing to talk about in the open. They're not in the open. They get a secret meeting and all that stuff, but still, it's wild.
Oh, it's just like they're full blown just talking about like propaganda. How do we make these people look the worst?
Right. How do we
those two dudes that like stand up and like start spouting the propaganda about like how
Fox
terrible.
News.
Yeah.
Those are people from the Ministry of Enlightenment.
Just like, they're others. Like
the Ministry
look how
of Truth,
much better
basically.
they act. Look how like isn't it tiring on how much better they act than
right, like
everybody.
and like they like spiders, they're just like spiders. No one likes spiders. Right? It's just racist bullshit. Yeah.
That was like how the Germans would compare Jewish people to rats. It's like it's the same script and it's so fucking gross. Yeah.
It's really messed up.
It's just so weird. It's just so icky to like hear, right? Like the wheels of propaganda turning. Like we know the Empire's bad. We've seen them do bad shit. We hear about them doing bad shit, and it's extra gross when
it doesn't get much more gross, to be honest.
No, it's just extra gross to see the plotting behind it. Like a lot of the times we see
and like the
action of them showing up and like doing shit.
The posturing, we know this is fucked up.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do it anyway because we need, quote unquote, need to, and we're gonna like the best example of that is, of course, again, so you get these like Ministry of Enlightenment people. They look like they're straight out of the Hunger Games show.
Yeah.
And like, you know what I'm talking about? Those people that like broadcast the Hunger Games. Yeah. They look like those people. And they're talking about, they're going on this big diatribe that just like everyone's like rolling their eyes at like, okay, this is bullshit. People like the Gormans. They're unlikable people. They have political influence, as
it's not
party guys
easy.
say.
And like that's the other thing, how do you know that they've done this like to other planets?
Oh, 100%. And it's an easier one.
Oh, this is going to be as easy.
Well, we know for one of them is Minari, where Cassian's from.
Yeah.
There was a mining disaster.
Canary.
Or sorry, did I say Minari?
Yeah.
Canary. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do these bastards know you're for Canary? Anyway, so just the way she says bastards is so sick, Marva. Anyway, so they got this plan, and as I was saying, like this Ministry of Truth and Enlightenment, whatever, same idea.
Yeah.
And then even Krennic is like, okay, we get it. Like,
yeah, he's like, all right.
Yeah, like
you don't have to spell the propaganda to us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the mineral's important for their energy project. We hear the propagandists. Dedra, we find out, is handpicked by Krennic for this project, and she believes that the solution lies in creating an insurgency that you can use to blame for the disaster.
Yeah.
But I think what's interesting, here's a question for you. Is Dedra going to have a face turn? Or at least a moment of like, I can't work for the Empire anymore moment?
I don't know. Like, she's so ingrained, and it's like, for her, it seemed like she didn't want to be involved in this project, not because of what the project was, but because she's like more focused on access.
I think that's her. I think the way I read it was when she's having that conversation with Partagast, and she's saying, I don't want the project.
Yeah.
And he's saying, well, it's actually not up to you, and it's not up to me because it's it's above my head.
Yeah.
And now you understand how the world that I live in works, which is all politics.
Yeah.
Right. And she just wants to do her job, which is follow this access concept, but that's not working well for her. And that's like, so Partagast is trying to frame it as, this is an opportunity for your career, because if this goes well for you, you can use that to leverage for better, bigger positions, whatever. And because the thing you're working on now isn't going well.
Yeah.
Right. You spent a year. I love the line where it's like, next time, capture the person, then create the character, or the legend or whatever.
Yeah.
So she's basically saying, I think, as an excuse, I would rather work on the Axis stuff than work on this Gorman project. But the way that I read her face, but the meeting, it's like, okay, I have to do this thing. It's a level further than protecting the security of the Empire. That's not what she's doing. That's not what she's being asked to do here. So she, I think, feels a little gross being asked to do it.
Right.
And even like the way she talks to Krennic, she's like, well, I haven't really decided what I'm thinking. I'm still thinking about
Krennic
it.
Just knows too.
Right. I get that, which is great. It's a really great interaction, but it's like, but her kind of trying to slow roll it so that she can say, I don't know.
Yeah.
Is, I think, an excuse for her to try to get out of it, but not because she wants to work on Axis. She does, but I think that's just an excuse.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I'm just saying, it's a possibility.
Yeah.
It's a possibility. Okay. So, yeah, I wrote this. FYI, Krennic is a fan of mountain bases. Dedra, back on Coruscant, doesn't want the Gorman project we talk about. We catch up with Cyril, who's still working at the Bureau of Standards. When I saw Cyril, I was like, oh my God, this is so funny. Because he's basically doing a reverse of the scene where he first was introduced to the Bureau of Standards.
Yeah. Now
he's the boss. He's found a new lease on life after the events of Ferrix.
Yeah.
He now uses his role there to kind of like enforce. He tries to be a cop that uses spreadsheets, basically.
Yeah.
And so he says that he tells the story about he found this trail of whatever, and took down a quote unquote cabal of Imperial, what does he call them? Like purchasing agents.
Yeah.
That was, selling blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
They make a good point in the Screen Crash reference. I haven't mentioned this. Ryan Airy, friend of the show. We haven't mentioned them yet, but they make a good point here saying that like, it's possible that all he found was the same kind of like paper trail that the Empire used to hide the Death Star construction.
Oh,
that he was just really just interfering with their shit anyway, and he didn't even know it, which is really funny, right? But I like the idea of like he's like now using the power of the spreadsheet, and he like feels like empowered by it. It's funny. Okay, later we're surprised to learn that Dedra and Cyril are now an item, which I was like, what the fuck is this garbage? These two are made, they're made for each other.
He saved her life.
It's true. And she was like really fucked up. I'm surprised that she's like doing so well.
Yeah.
She loves a monochromatic outfit.
Oh, yeah. Do I wear all white?
Or all black.
Or all black.
Or maybe a little bit of white and black. Maybe some gray to really mix it up in there.
Never seen her wear a color.
No, never. She's too washed out. I mean, you'd think the white would wash her out already, but she's quite pale.
Yeah,
but like, that's which is, by the way, a very Empire thing. You got to be pale as hell to work for the Empire.
Of course.
Have we seen her assistant yet? Is he at the? I always thought he was funny, like his like wannabe Tarkin haircut and like everything he's got going on there, and his jowl. I mean, it's so funny. That guy's funny. He actually seems like he's like competent, but like in a way that you don't like to see because he works for the Empire.
Right.
Anyway, later, and then we see they're an item. They don't have a lot of like intimacy as far as we can tell.
No.
She doesn't seem like the type that would be like good at that. Anyway, they want to put off having Cyril's mom over for dinner again, which is funny.
Yeah.
But they're like, no, we're not putting it off. So she comes for dinner. We find out that Cyril's dad had left them when she to be an adventurer or something when she was young, which is why she's so bitter about him leaving.
Right.
We learn that kind of like backstory here. The actress who plays Cyril's mom is like really great.
She's so good. She's so good at like getting under your skin.
You don't look like anything like what I thought you would look like. Don't you want to know what I thought you'd look like?
Yeah.
She's like, and which is like such a like patently transparent attempt at passive aggression.
Oh yeah.
That it's like, what are we even doing here? It's like this is so obviously bullshit. Like what the like why would you say that to someone you just met? You don't look like anything you like.
It's like
I thought
so
you would
backhanded and
like my grandma might say that, but like she would do it in a way that she didn't know like what she was doing.
Yeah, it is a very like old person.
Yeah. Oh, you don't look like, which is like something that someone would say when they like saw like a black person.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you don't look like who I thought you'd look like. I didn't expect my grandson to be dating a colored person.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, what the fuck?
Oh my God, you can't say that, grandma.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I guess she's not technically a grandma because she doesn't have a grandkid, but she's old enough to be one.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that great scene where she's trying to like project her influence and power, and it's obviously very effective on Cyril.
Yeah.
Who goes to like mope in his bedroom. Literally collapses like
just like
oh my God, it's so funny.
Fetal position almost.
Yeah. But Dedra puts her high-heeled foot down, laying down the law, and to Edie, her name is, by the way.
Okay.
And causing her to back off. It works in a very like, you will listen to me and you will do as I say because I am an authority figure.
It was like such a transactional thing too. It's like I will make sure you see your son 2 times a month and he will call you and blah, blah, blah. But only if you're not an asshole all the time.
Right. Because it's like, it'll be inversely related to the amount of stress you cause us.
Yeah. So it's like, if you fuck with our lives, you will not.
Yeah.
We won't.
Yeah. Which is a fair trade, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, we don't need that. She's just trying to protect her energy. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. If you're not going to come into my fucking house and stress everybody out and be an asshole and make all these backhanded compliments like you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that shit.
Yeah. Exactly. It was bullshit to begin with, but it's like, it's nice it's actually refreshing to see, which is why I feel like they're setting up Dedra to be more likable.
Yeah.
So that we can maybe do this face turn later, but we'll see.
Yeah, she gets a little back, she has a backbone, so she's like protecting Cyril a little bit, right? But
exactly. What if she discovers who Axis is and then instead of turning him in, she works with him?
Oh.
That would be a cool idea.
You never know.
But again, he's for sure dead also before the end of this season.
Yeah, probably.
And probably so is Dedra, to be honest. And Cyril potentially. We can only hope.
I can see Dedra surviving, but
it's like, and she could just be lost in the machine of the Empire later. Yeah. I also like how she uses her ISB like knowledge to be like, I know about Uncle Harlow. Like he's a criminal actually, so you might want to be.
That's a story I wouldn't be bragging.
You might want to be a little hush on that.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, so that's fun, and then we also learned that Dedra grew up as an orphan, which also explains a lot about.
Oh yeah, what she calls it, the Imperial Kinderblock.
Kinderblock.
Yeah.
Yeah, one word by the way.
Oh, well, you never knew a mother's love. Like,
and didn't know.
That's why you're so cold.
Yeah, but she's like, didn't know what you were missing. We didn't know what we were missing, which is so funny because, like, again,
yeah, she's like, oh yeah, like I would. Do you think I want? This?
I didn't want any of this. It's like it's such a great example. And then meanwhile, we have like Mon in stark contrast, trying to be a good mother, but isn't able to be.
Yeah.
Andor, who's lost his mother. So there's a lot of that kind of stuff going around.
I feel like with the Mon and her daughter thing, that's more of that like teen daughter mother relationship.
Like, they'll never get along.
Not getting along, but like when you get older, like they realize like, oh shit.
And Lita would be like, oh man, I really wish I didn't marry this fucking loser.
Yeah,
at 15.
I really wish I would have listened to my mom back then. Like, fuck.
Instead, I said something really mean, which is, I wish you were drunk.
Dick. Yeah.
But like, or maybe not, or maybe they just grow further and farther apart because like, she's got bigger things. Mon's got bigger things in her future. She has to, and the thing, it's interesting to watch again, just back to Mon for just 1 second, which is to say she's really struggling with this idea of one person close to her having to be killed.
Yeah.
But like later she becomes a military general. So it's a whole different vibe. So she gets it's a these characters are on an arc. Well, they'll get there. It's fun. That's what we're here to see. We're here to see that this happening. Okay, that's it. Any final thoughts?
No, it's just so good already off the start. I
know.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it was going to be good. Like the first season was, I had like high expectations for the second season, and it's so far delivering.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. The show's great. Like I said, at the top, it might not get better than this. Yeah, so just buckle up, guys. This is it might be as good as it gets. That's all I'm saying. So I can't believe how lucky and spoiled we are to get this at all.
Yeah, right.
That's the takeaway. It's like we are so fucking lucky that this exists and we get to watch it, because it seems so impossible that they'd be able to make something like this in Star Wars, especially in the like tumultuous space that they are in right now.
Yeah.
And where they can't figure out how to make a fucking movie if their life depended on it. So it's like I'm genuinely like over the moon with how good this has been, how good it is continuing to be, and I'm going to be so sad when it's over. But we'll watch Rogue One and we'll talk about it then. And we'll put it to bed and we'll come back to it years later and say, wow, this stuff was so good we didn't know how good we had it, even though I'm saying right now it may not get better than this.
Yeah.
All right. It's late. Let's go to bed. Thank you, everyone, for listening. We'll be back next week with more small screen Star Wars with episodes 4 through 6. We don't know what those titles are yet, or run times or anything like that, but it should be a similar format. We'll have less preamble news to cover, so it should be a bit shorter. But again, we're covering 3 full episodes, so you got to give us a break, okay?
Yeah.
Listen to us in like stages, as you go. All right, so until then, we'll be back very, very soon. And until then, what is it? The name of the second episode? I've got to find it now. So I wish I really had this. This is really failing at my exit here. But until then, Sagrona Tima, and may the Force be with you.